Hello, everybody. Welcome to Superfood Parents. Y'all know we are here at Green Drinks Live today. And of course, on this channel, we show you how to get fruits and vegetables into every spread. No matter how you're eating, no matter how you're living, you can always use fruits and vegetables. And so today, though, at Green Drinks Live, we are not eating just all right, let's see if I'm back, y'all. Am I back? Am I here, y'all? Audrey's living life. I apologize. Tell me if I'm live or not. I'm going out, but look, I'm telling y'all about the cacao powder. And thanks to people like TWP Popcorn, my cheat code coach, I was like, let me just figure this out, right? I got a way to get in here. David Hunt is even in here. Everybody, Tamika Davis, so good to see all of you. Y'all, we're going to hear. Okay, great. Thank you, David, for saying we see you. And I hope everything's going well with you, David, with the move and the family and all of those good things, y'all. I have got a powerhouse of a guy behind me. Y'all know I love coffee. Edwin here he has a coffee business. So his business is coffee sales. SAILS. Like, you drink his coffee, you're gonna be sailing the rest of the day. Okay. So Coffee Sales is his coffee company, and he runs Green Drinks Live here in Portsmouth. When I say he runs it, he hosts it here at St. Andrew Lutheran Church in Portsmouth. So he provides the coffee, he provides the experience, and this is a networking experience so that if people are or are not drinking cacao, then they get a chance to network with each other, try cacao, or try whatever's happening here. So good to have you here, Bravo with Sheila Network. I thought about you recently. I was looking at some of my secret stuff. Aha. So good to have the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick in here because we are talking today about growing things from the ground, right? So you're not too early, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. We did have to adjust things. And so thank you, G. Albert, for mentioning that. But y'all know what to do. Click the like button. So Edwin, whenever you're ready to get in here and introduce Green Drinks Live, we'll have you come on in and do that. Meanwhile, they're just talking to each other, clicking the like button. They're going to hear if you have tried this cacao drink. Someone else loves it. I just made chocolate milk this morning, y'all. And so y'all see Mr. Cutie back there? I see you. I'm sorry, you all, but I love the sound of children. It doesn't bother me. I know some people are always like, Lord, what's going on with those kids? I love it. I love it. Thank you, Urban Gardening Chronicles, for putting in hashtag Health Heroes. If y'all have not done that, go ahead and put that in as well, because we're going to see who the winner will be today. Y'all know here we have superheroes. We encourage you to be a health hero for your loved one. A lot of us don't have the mindset that Urban Gardening Chronicles has. A lot of us don't have the mindset of grow your own food, right? She's out there fighting raccoons and rats. She getting her firearm license so she can combat anything that's coming for her food. The lady is from Jamaica. She's like, I'm used to the food just growing and the soil being good. So now that she's like, okay, I really got to work to make this food grow, ain't nobody winning except for her, right? So put in hashtag Health Heroes. Make sure you win like Urban Gardening Chronicles and get your fruits and vegetables in there. Plus, rebuke what David Hunt is doing. Hashtag no okra zone is not the hashtag. That ain't what we're doing here. Okay. So y'all, we have quite a few powerhouse guests. Let me say this. Edwin is coming on because yes, he hosts Green Drinks Live. But we also have Vicky. She's going to be talking about DNA and ancestry. We also have Karen. Karen has a summer camp coming up, and Youth Earn and Learn is her business. But Karen is not just talking about Youth Earn and Learn from a service perspective. She's talking about all the things that they're providing. So you all might get some ideas about summer camps and the things that you can include. We also have Sonia Phillips. Now, Sonia, please try that chocolate milk because we need your review on camera, okay? Edwin is going to give his review. Vicky has already tried it. And then Edwin's coming in, all right? So happy to have y'all here. So don't forget, keep putting in hashtag Health Heroes. And of course, I think Gail Knight did mention to you all to text the words FAVES, FAVES, to 757-231-9361. I'll put that on the screen so that way you can see it. This way you get alerts, you stay in the loop, all that good stuff. Y'all know I made chocolate milk with this. We're going to see what they think. Yeah. It's just three things. It's just three ingredients, y'all. Sugar, oat milk, and cacao. You can use any milk.
People. Hey, y'all. It's good. It tastes like hot chocolate, but cold.
Because it's just chocolate milk. Yeah.
It really don't taste.
It's just chocolate milk. Yep. All it is chocolate milk. Like literally chocolate milk.
It tastes
yum. It's like hot chocolate, but it's cold, but you can warm it up and it would be like hot chocolate. It's so chocolatey.
So it's oat milk. Good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I used oat milk because some people might have said I don't do almonds. Like I do almond milk. Exactly. Or same thing with cashew milk. Same thing with soy milk. Some people are like, oh, I don't do soy. So
this is good.
Yeah. Y'all hear that? It's good. It's great.
I wonder what it tastes like with Rice Krispies. I need to put chocolate milk in my cereal sometimes.
Let me tell you what to do. If you drink coffee, take a little bit of this and add it to your coffee. Like that's why I brought it today, because I put this in my coffee every day. This has more antioxidants than blueberries.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. So this is another reason, like we're not just drinking this because it tastes good. That's a benefit.
Oh, okay.
And it makes us look good. Y'all see how she looks? She been.
Hey, y'all. Put the smooth skin on this one right
Oh yeah, so that's what I've been doing, y'all. That's what I've been doing. And y'all see that baby just there? Y'all saw that baby? You can have skin like that baby that just ran by simply consuming cacao. That's what it's done for me. Oh, thank you so much, JT Coin Ring. So thankful for your super chat. I appreciate that. Y'all know when I my signal was dropping. Let me make sure we keep the signal here. Let me turn this music off, y'all. For those of you that use StreamYard, baby, I know, be careful. I just always get nervous about their hands. I don't mind the noise. Y'all, this is a crazy episode, right? We're 10 minutes in and we're doting on babies. We're drinking cacao. Let's get Edwin in whenever he has a chance and he'll talk to us so that way he can run around and run the show. But what was I going to say before that went out? If you're using StreamYard, one thing that you need to know, if your signal starts to fail, turn off music. For some reason, even though that is in the system, StreamYard will mess you all the way up. So let's give some love to JT Coin Rings, because not only does he make coin rings, He makes coin rings live from real coins. He gives you the history of those coins. Guess what else? He be dropping those coins too. Thank you, JT Coin Rings, for dropping those coins. I do appreciate the love.
Okay.
Yeah, get in here, girl. Yeah.
Just tried it. This tastes like a fudgesicle, the brown mule from back in the day.
Oh,
it's very good.
Okay.
And I was a skeptic, but when she said more antioxidants than blueberries, I was like, ooh, let me try that.
Now, let me tell you why she said more antioxidants than blueberries, because she, with Youth Earn and Learn, my kids used to work with her organization, Youth Earn and Learn. They were young. They're still young. They still can work with her.
Yes.
She pays children cash money, y'all. Y'all see these coins dropping? Y'all see JT Coin Rings? That's her. This is the lady. Not only does she get grants and she makes sure that the kids have real experiences interacting, she takes them out and networks, but she pays them and she focuses on the nutritional value of the food. So the kids will often talk about what's in blueberries, the different food that they're selling, because they have a lot of produce. It's not just food, it's food that grows from the ground. So this, actually, make sure you check this bag out, okay? And see what they say about it. But you know what? I'm gonna pull it up on screen too, so that way y'all can see what Karen said. Hey, Love and Live Show, what Karen is saying, because Indiana Backyard Gardener is in here saying, hey. And okay, she says YouTube's been acting up for her as well. So I appreciate that. Because Love and Live Show is a YouTuber. They know about it acting up. So here's what we're gonna do. Right now, while you're here, Karen, because you're the food lady, you're the nutritionist. Her business is Youth Earn and Learn, yes. But we are going to go online to see the health benefits of cacao. And I'm going to show you all this in real time. So that way y'all can see how you would find this information. And y'all know I do this with everything. So,
and I've heard of cacao, but I had never tried it.
You've heard of it and never tried it. Was there any particular reason, or you just didn't have it?
No, the particular reason is, I don't know if we know each other that long, but I used to be a fluffy girl.
I remember you talking about that.
Was chocolate.
Oh,
chocolate cake with chocolate icing, Dairy Queen vanilla ice cream dipped in chocolate. So I always avoid anything that's like chocolate, because you know,
felt like it would take you back to that place.
Yes. What do they call it? They call it
a trigger.
Yes.
Or
yes. And I didn't want to regress. I didn't want the monkey back on my back.
Right.
But with blueberries and it being so high in antioxidants and this having more, I was like, okay, this is healthy. This is healthy. So this may be a way that I can enjoy an old item, right? An old taste, without any of the negative effects.
Well, let me say this, okay? I am going to I'm going to read what's on the screen.
Okay.
And of course, since you're here, we're going to definitely talk to you. But basically, what's on the screen here for the health benefits of cacao, it says it's packed with flavonoids. Flavonoids are all those beneficial nutrients, y'all. So vitamins, minerals, those sorts of things that are in foods, right? Yeah. So the flavonoids is just a fancy word for all the good stuff. So it's packed with flavonoids, which have been shown to lower your blood pressure, improve blood flow to your brain and heart, and help prevent blood clots. The antioxidants in cacao and cocoa may affect how your body responds to insulin, which could lower your chance of diabetes.
And that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, here's from Healthline that this particular article, website is always manned by, the articles are written by registered dietitians, nutritionists, medical doctors, and all of that kind of stuff. So y'all keep on chit-chatting in the background. Of course, enjoy some Roll Java. That's my coffee brand, rolljava.com, while I stay talking to Karen of Youth Earn and Learn. So here we go. We're going to just go over this real quick. It's rich in polyphenols that provide several health benefits.
Okay.
Polyphenols are naturally occurring antioxidants in foods like fruits, vegetables, tea, chocolate, and wine. So of course, cocoa is one of the richest sources of polyphenols, especially abundant in flavonols, which have potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. So that means, let's see, we're going to go down, reduce high blood pressure by improving nitric oxide. We talk a lot about nitric oxide here. That helps your blood vessels to be pliable, soft, instead of stiff.
Okay.
This way you don't get those blockages, you don't have those issues. So that's basically what nitric oxide helps you with. Let's see, lower your risk of heart attack and stroke. Because of course, when your vessels are soft and pliable, you're not going to have a stenosis or a hardening. You're not going to have a burst vessel. They're going to be able to stretch and be pliable.
So she's the nurse. When we go over our superfood benefits, we always talk in terms of layman's terms, where we hear what it does in terms of reducing the risk of stroke. And reducing your cholesterol levels, reducing your high blood pressure. So I like for it to be in sound bites. Yes, everyday terms where people can understand. I mean, flavonols and all like that. Right. Big $25 words that are important, but if we bring it on home, and share how now we can reduce the. What did you say? You were saying something about the.
Your blood vessels being soft enough so that they don't burst when
avoiding blood clots.
Right.
We can understand blood clots.
Exactly.
Right. So I find with our audience, and it might be because I work with kids ages 12 to 17, but it's like, let's make sure that they understand when you eat celery. Okay, of course.
Let's invite you into the room properly.
Yeah, okay, very good. So when it comes down to celery and stuff like that, we'll share with them that some of the benefits are it reduces the risk of your asthma, right? It reduces
because people hear asthma rather than hear it helps your lungs to with your large and small bronchioles. Anybody got time for that?
Yes, right.
We want to hear asthma.
We do.
We want to hear
our
RSV.
Ambassadors heard that. Oh my goodness, it reduces the risk of those asthma symptoms. He said, I gotta tell my mom to buy more celery.
And you know what?
Boom, done.
And see, the other thing, when we talk about that inflammation, that is what this is reducing as well. So it helps your any sort of breathing issue. And that's also why I'm using non-dairy milks, because they will increase your respiratory issues. With this having such strong antioxidant, big word, such strong asthma relieving, respiratory relieving components, I make brownie bites with this. I make so many different things. You will not miss like that chocolate. And this has a creaminess to it. You'll love.
I bet. However, again, for me, and everybody's journey is different. Sometimes with people who have had issues with alcoholism or drugs or whatever like that, to me, addiction is addiction.
Right.
And I am a foodie. I recognize that about me. So for me, I have to be very careful what I put in here.
Right.
Because that monkey will get on my back. And just like in my days of going to Dairy Queen, they knew me by name. And I would come in and I'm like, I want the grande. I mean, here I'm changing the name of their portions and stuff. I'm like, I want the grande
and Dairy Queen knew.
Dipped in chocolate. They would make it so big that sometimes the ice cream would fall off.
Right.
Trying to satisfy me.
Yep.
And I would go on these binges.
Because people mean well. People mean well, and they're going to help you even in your bad stuff.
Yes.
So
Yes. So for me, hearing that you can do brownie bites and everything like that, it's like Youth Learn and Learn does an amazing gluten-free and vegan gourmet granola. I had to fire myself from being a taste tester because at first I was saying, okay, Karen, it's important for you to know that y'all have nailed this recipe.
Right.
Then I was eating 2 of them. Then it was 4. Then I stopped counting.
And you were just like, well, I'm the taster, so I just have to keep eating it, right? Listen, Tati, you're in Romania. I don't know if y'all have these issues, but here's Karen. She runs Youth Learn and Learn. It's a nonprofit that benefits children. When I tell you the children, they earn and they learn. They come to work at Youth Learn and Learn, and they do odd jobs, right? But a large part of their jobs is produce and food and creating different
food access and food deserts. So if you, Tatiana, understand that
Tati Sifatita is from Romania. So I just said Tati because our nickname for Tatiana is Tati, right? We always call Tatiana Tati, but yes.
Okay. So Tati, excuse me, beg your pardon. So here in the States, we have issues with food deserts. People live a mile or more away from a grocery store. They don't have the benefit of farmers markets and that sort of thing that they can be close to. So at Youth Learn and Learn, we are the local nonprofit connecting healthy eating with empowering youth ages 12 to 17 and being able to solve the issues with food access by setting up our mobile fresh produce stands and making sure that the foods that we eat taste really delicious. And
things like
I was a fluffy girl, and I am still a foodie. It's got to taste great. It's got to be healthy. And for me, I can't taste it all. I can't eat it all because
you don't want to do mindless eating. That's what Indiana Backyard Gardener. She was like, mindless eating is a thing.
It is. It's gluttony.
Bronze Flat Power God is here. And listen, we're just talking to Karen of Youth Earn and Learn.
Yes.
She's no longer guilty, y'all. She's managing her situation. So for those of you that are like, oh no, Karen, get yourself together, child.
We got a hard reset, and I dropped 20 pounds in 20 days in April.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I needed to do it. I
Take care of yourself.
To do it. Yes, yes, yes. But like I said, I fired myself from enjoying our delicious and nutritious gourmet granolas because that binge thing happened.
Yeah.
And I was just eating and eating, and they are so good. But I know that they're good. Yep. See? Sonia the Sexy Unicorn says they are good. They are. And they even nicknamed them crack. Did you bring that crack today?
Child, because it really will call you.
It's really addictive. Yes, it's really delicious. And it has our oats, our organic maple syrup, and then all of our almonds, raisins, cashews, and pecans. And this nice big whole,
I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to answer this question from David Hunt because he was like, does Roll Java have cacao? And Grow Big TV might be interested in this answer too. Grow Big TV is in New Jersey and they do giveaways and everything. And he has a farm. His backyard, he says it's a garden, but it's a farm. He loves hot peppers, by the way. Joe does. But anyways, I'm going to answer this question from David Hunt because he asked, hey, wait, Roll Java's got coffee, got cacao? Well, let me just show you that when you go here to the Superfood Parents, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, y'all, Superfood Parents website, what you will see is at the very top, of course, first of all, y'all can book me to come to your organization, your business, your corporation. I definitely will come out. I got one coming up soon with the Virginia Department of Health where I'll be working with their staff, but that's neither here nor there. Stay at the top. This little Amazon button. When you click this Amazon button, it will take you over here to where you can find the cacao. Scroll on down, all these different kits. Boom, there's one right there. It's in the Love Machine kit. If y'all trying to get your love life straight, all of this stuff will help you out. So cacao powder, boom, $8.35 delivered to your door. This is the same brand that they sell. Look, she over there talking about this. Somebody say something about a love life. Let me hit the screen.
She did indeed.
Yes, girl. What about to come up next on you? So don't worry, we getting you in. So cacao, wait, you can't get on screen with us today. No problem. We're gonna get you in about 2 minutes. So y'all, the cacao powder, this one is currently $9 at Walmart, but they're gonna deliver it to where I am, anyways, my location, for $8.35 to my door. So look, long story short, we got you covered. Okay,
saving money too,
and saving money, absolutely.
Well, so tell me, gonna be coming up. So if I wanted to say something right quickly, 2 things we have with Youth Earn and Learn Jobs for Kids, our summer camp intensive.
You know, I was going to ask you about that. Like, wait, we cannot leave
July 1st, and it runs this summer. And again, it's for youth ages 12 to 17. We have a location, a host site in Portsmouth, Virginia. So they have
slow that down because you said a whole site.
Host site.
All I heard was the HO, and I knew that ain't you, Karen.
That is not me. We have a host site in Portsmouth, Virginia, as well as in New Jersey, where my friend is.
Nice.
He's in New Jersey. Yes, Long Branch, New Jersey. And ambassadors ages 12 to 17 can get plugged in. And of course, we have headquarters, which is in Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, thank you for pulling up our site.
Yeah, let me show y'all how this is going to work. So all you have to do is Google Youth Earn and Learn. And what will happen is you will get these results, right? And then when you click on, boom, Youth Earn and Learn, Jobs for Kids, it will take you right there. So this kicks off July 1st. And keep telling us about it because you were also saying you have a site.
2 other locations.
Yes. Tell us about those.
So in Long Branch, New Jersey, we have a host site there, and that is being operated by my longtime friend, and she has a restaurant. Yes, Nora's Ivory Jamaican Restaurant. So she is the host site there. And here in Portsmouth, Virginia, we have Serena Mann of Impact, another nonprofit. She has a child care center. So she is the host site in Portsmouth. And then we have headquarters, which is in Norfolk, Virginia, which is right near Norfolk State. And that's where we will be as well.
Nice.
And again, the Youth Earn and Learn Summer Camp Intensive runs July 1st till August 24th. as well as we are August 10th here in Portsmouth, that's open to the 7 cities and beyond. We're having the biggest back to school event ever.
You hear that, Taisha? Now, if you're in the area,
food, fun, and fitness. Family, food, fun, and fitness with back to school giveaways from daycare age on up to college students.
So wait a minute, Taisha Marlowe, I'm not sure where you are because Grow Big TV is in Jersey where you do have a site.
Yes.
Taisha Marlowe, if you're in the Hampton Roads area, that is happening in when? That back to school?
August 10th, our back to school event, our big back to school event.
And Indiana Backyard Gardener is excited about all the things that you are doing. She called herself a backyard gardener. She got a farm back there.
She has a farm as well.
Everybody's having
if
food,
you're
y'all.
growing and selling, it's a farm.
It's a farm. Yes.
No matter the size. If you're growing and selling, that's a farm. That's the definition.
Absolutely. So y'all know what to do. Head on over there to the website, and they can donate here as well because you're a 501c3 nonprofit.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And speaking of donating, we are in the middle of doing fundraising because we want to take our ambassadors to Canada.
Nice.
So we are assisting them with getting their passports.
I was going to talk about that before you were. Y'all, I'm going to talk about this because I was talking to a youth earn and learner a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling me that he's like, yeah, Miss Karen is helping us get our passports.
Yes.
So don't listen to her, y'all. Listen to the people that are talking about her, because that's where the truth is. When people are out there saying good things about you, and then they come back and tell you, you're like, girl, I know it's true. I heard about you.
Yeah.
Who has helped y'all get your passport? Nobody helped me get mine. Quita did hers. You know, and here you are helping them get their passports.
Yes. We fundraise so that we can help our ambassadors get their passports. Our first international trip is going to be to Canada the first weekend in August. So August 1st through the 6th.
Yeah, wait, you got to go to California next because Taisha Marlowe is already there. So she's like, let me know how I can support.
Awesome.
So this is how you can support. Gail at Night has already dropped the link in there for the website. So that way, if you're in the live chat, click on that link or read what it says on the screen, youthearnandlearnonline.org. But if you just Google Youth Earn and Learn program, it'll pop up. It is one of the first results there.
And our goal is to take Youth Earn and Learn around the world because we know that youth ages 12 to 17 need to be A, kept off the streets, B, they need to be trained and developed so that they can become our next generation of leaders, CEOs, and entrepreneurs. And C, we need to end the nonsense telling them money doesn't grow on trees and begin to tell them where money grows and how it can grow in their pockets.
Because my daughter was not even 11 when she was working with Youth Earn and Learn.
She was 9.
Yeah.
And she was all in. She loved the cooking portion of it. She loved being in the kitchen, helping to bake things, make things.
And she would get a paycheck, like a handwritten check and everything. And let me say this too, because I'm showing your website. And one thing I love is business. Y'all, this is a website that's made with Squarespace. It's a free site. You do not have to pay. She might be paying for hers, but my whole point is this is a site. It's a builder. I'm sorry. Square is free. Squarespace is different. So there's two. There's Square and there's Squarespace. The whole point is you can have a beautiful website. You don't have to have one. They have a Facebook group also. The whole point is do the work that you're here to do. The way she's doing with taking these children around the world with or without a website. They doing it. G. Albert is asking us, are you going to head out west? My baby girl is in Ottawa.
Nice. As a matter of fact, we were planning to go to Niagara Falls, and then we're going to be in Canada the same weekend as Caribana. So we're hoping that we'll just tip over to, where Caribana is, and our ambassadors can experience the carnival, that whole carnival Mardi Gras experience.
Yes.
So prayerfully, we'll be able to do that.
Fingers crossed.
If you come on in, then we can meet. Maybe that's in the middle. I don't know how far Ottawa is away from that, but we would love to meet you. Yes, we would. And we would love to go to the West Coast as well.
Yeah, you hear that, Taisha
So
Marlowe?
host sites, please get with us if you are interested in becoming a host site, and we can be able to start up a Youth Earn and Learn in your neighborhood.
Got it. Well, here's the thing. Indiana Backyard Gardener is also saying #healthy goals, healthy minds, and healthy bodies.
Yes.
And Grow Big TV. Look, Urban Garden Chronicles talking about, you coming for Caribana? Look, they trying to get you there to Canada because she's in Canada.
Yes.
And if speaking of Canada, Grow Big TV is in Jersey, but he's saying, a review from Nora's. Please do stop in to pick up your food. You won't regret it. Nora is wonderful and kind, most definitely a talented cook. She was so sweet and welcoming and allowed me to sample fresh drinks. I was blown away by the freshness and flavor. The food was wonderful. I can't wait to order from her again.
Please do, and mention that you saw us here on Quita's show. She'll
Absolutely.
be
Superfood
thrilled.
Parents. Y'all know I'm Chef LaQuita Marie, so we know each other. So she's like, yeah, tell them you know Quita. Look, LaQuita Marie, Chef LaQuita, or just Superfood Parents. That's how you can find me, y'all.
Very good.
Taisha Marlowe was like, yes, I look forward to connecting. Look, so many connections are made, and we appreciate you all being here. Make sure you also continue to put in hashtag health heroes, because somebody is going to win the title of superfood. Lord, what's the name of the person? Let me just show y'all, because y'all know this is just sad.
It's okay.
Why is my brain just glitching? Y'all will get the name of plant powered titan. That means you've already had at least 80 points worth of fruits and vegetables. So I always tell people, Karen, 5 points for every fruit and vegetable you've had. So if today you've had blueberries and blueberries and carrots, that's 5 points and 5 points, 10 points. It doesn't matter how much or as little. That means if you're eating something with more than one vegetable in it, count each one. Yes. Did you get 15 points for that meal, 25 points? And you're trying to reach up to 100. But somebody's going to get that title automatically when you put in hashtag health heroes. So yes, put that in there. And look, we look forward to hearing from y'all. But good. See, look, he's put it in there. Hashtag health heroes. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Grow Big TV. Joe has put it in there. And thank you all for clicking that link. If you have not, for Youth Earn and Learn. Any final words, Karen, before we get Sonia in here?
Yes. There's 3 things I want you to remember. 1, we have our summer camp intensive. It is running July 1st through August 24th. Secondly, on August 10th, we are having the biggest back to school event ever. 7 cities and beyond. So if you're anywhere near, come on in. And that's going to be at the Portsmouth Creek Nature Park. And then thirdly, Chef LaQuita said something. She said, whatever it is that you have, if you don't have your website, use Facebook, use Instagram, whatever gift or talent God has given you, be about it. We all have our testimonies. We all have our stories of how we got started. And I'm telling you, if you will take a step, He will help you with the next step and the next step and the next door that will open and beyond. Because I will even say that we have a strong relationship with a local fresh produce distributor, and it started before we even got our 501c3.
Oh, wow.
So reach out to people, share the vision, let them know what it is that you're trying to do. And as long as you have a vision that's bigger than self, all the resources that you need will manifest.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Everything that you've said, we're here for it. We are here for it. Thank you all for putting in hashtag health heroes. I am going to share a recipe as we transition over to Sonia, because this one, it does not necessarily have faves, FAVES, or fruits and vegetables every spread, but it does have this cacao powder in here. Of course, you can get this from my Amazon store. Please go to superfoodparents.com. Click the Amazon link. We showed you how to get there. Get you some, or just go to Walmart. It's affordable and it's so nutritionally beneficial. So wait, G. Albert says, was the drink made from firmament corn, and does that count as a vegetable? Nope and nope. So, Indiana Backyard Gardener just posted a video or 2. Awesome healthy snacks. I will check it out. I definitely will. Love and Live loves what you said. Lenora said, yep, that's a word right there. Everything that you've said. So y'all, as we transition with this plant-based treat, it's a pudding that's made with this cacao. So you really can't go wrong with this one. It's a delicious one. So let's check it out. And then when we come back, you all will see Sonia. She's going to be on camera. Remember, we're supposed to have somebody else, but we keep bumping him back for the ladies. So it's fine. See you soon.
Easy 3-step chocolate pudding. Step 1, gather ingredients.
Avocados, cacao powder, salt, coconut cream, and table syrup. Do the same thing with this one. Avocado helps weight loss, reduces blood sugar spikes, and is strongly linked to lower risk of many diseases. It's also high in a heart-healthy fatty acid. Using table syrup because I did not have the agave nectar. Cooking with Greens brand, the pink Himalayan salt. This salt contains iodine. Iodine helps generate body heat, and not having enough iodine may make it difficult to learn and remember, and might prevent hair follicles from regenerating. 3/4 of a cup of our cacao. Cacao powder has more calcium than cow's milk, densely packed with iron, magnesium, and antioxidants, and can help with stress, depression, blood pressure, and asthma. I'm going to add my heavy cream, coconut cream. Coconut cream is packed with the antioxidants vitamin C and E. Vitamin C encourages tissue growth and repair, and vitamin E protects healthy tissues from free radical damage or cancer cells. Drizzle in our coconut cream. Let's try it. I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit of nutmeg. Nutmeg relieves pain, calms indigestion, helps cognitive function, and reduces insomnia. It's used in toothpaste and helps oral conditions.
I really liked the pudding. It was sweet, creamy, even without the whipped cream.
I really love this pudding. I like chocolate, and this had a really deep chocolate flavor, and it was nice and creamy and smooth, and it was better than any store-bought pudding you could ever get.
All right, y'all, we're back with a different guest. Look, Indiana Backyard Gardener was like, the pudding, please. Y'all, Sonia Phillips is one of the founders or the organizers here at Green Drinks Live. Yay! Yes. And so what's happening today is she's a seamstress. She's a powerhouse connector because she's always networking. She's the one that introduced me to this networking event where we talk about all things eco-friendly,
Yes.
all things good for the earth, all things progressive.
Yes.
So, Sonia, what you got going on today?
Well, hey, you guys. I'm Sonia Z. Phillips. You can find me everywhere. But I just want to share you guys this art piece that I did. It was featured in a museum. Maybe if I put it on the side like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it was featured in the Norfolk Botanical Gardens, which is an accredited, award-winning museum that we have here in Hampton Roads. And it was a part of the Diversity Gallery in February. And this piece is called Eco-Friendly Ethnicity. And so the fabric, the kente cloth you see is 100% cotton. And this part that says Virginia's for Lovers came from a tote bag that I got from a tourism convention. And the flowers, I'll bring it a little bit closer. Let me see, how do I do it? Like this? It's made from, this way. Yeah. It's made from like the plastic labels that would be on your water bottles. And so.
Because y'all know she is an artist that also, she's a seamstress and everything, but she also recycles things. Like, so she does art and design with recycled material. So when we bring this in closely, let me cover up my face and bring it in to you. You said this is from the labels of recycled
plastic bottles. Like say that water bottle is the label that will be around the. So I use that
because we're mentioning this particular space like green drinks, right?
And shrink wrap. Like when the case has the plastic around the case. So some of these are labels and some of these are the shrink wrap.
Right, like water bottle labels, y'all. Indiana Backyard Gardener, she was like, "Oh, I love green drinks, child. Me too." She did the green smoothie cleanse a couple of times and you incorporate them often. That's what I'm talking about, right? And Indiana Back Gardener is saying that your work is amazing. Because I just thought it was flour. I did not realize that's what it was. Hold on a second, because I got to talk trash to G. Albert. G. Albert, don't be talking about me changing the showtime, okay? Me and you gonna fight late. No, we're not, because you got daughters and you got a wife. They can probably come and windmill me out the way. Okay, G. Albert, we're gonna stop this fight, but I won, okay? Look, Bro Big TV says he needs to order some of that cocoa before he goes to Virginia. That cacao powder. You tried the chocolate milk.
It was so good, you guys. It was very tasty. Sometimes when you have the other milks, they don't really they'll be thin and watery, kind of like tasting a little bit. This one was very, I don't want to say full, but
it was the cacao though that made it full.
Yeah, it had a little
some body to it.
Yeah, body to it.
Yeah,
and so it wasn't thin like skim milk. Yeah, So I like that it had a little girth to it. I don't know what word I should put.
You got
there,
it right.
But
you got it right.
But it tasted definitely like chocolate. We've been saying, it tastes like hot chocolate but cold.
So y'all know what to do. Yeah. So we've already told you all what to do. We said you go to superfoodparents.com. You click on the Amazon button right at the top, and then you'll see all those different lists. You can order cacao to be delivered right to your door. Get a big bag that'll last you for a few months. And of course, this way, wherever you are, whether you're in Virginia or not, because Grow Big TV said Virginia is for lovers. Yes, that's our saying.
Yes.
Here in the state of Virginia, Virginia is for lovers. So this tote bag here, I see it now that you say it came from a tote. I can see the seams of the tote bag there. And, of course, kente, you were recently, kente is the traditional cloth of Ghana.
Yes.
That particular country, you just came back from a visit and you have plans to go back to Ghana. And y'all, she has a kente head wrap on. Kente is hand woven. It's their It's amazing. It's an amazing fabric. Hey, Tori's brain. Tori has a big brain. Hey there. Tori has a big brain, and he's a brain person that works on brain training and stuff. So he can understand all of this. And so Indiana Backyard Gardener, it says that chocolate, she understood what you meant by the creaminess. She was like, ooh, creamy. Everybody likes creamy, right? Yes. So let us know. I'm going to pull up your website, by the way.
Okay. I need to try holding it.
Sure. Oh, you're fine. No problem.
Put it in my upcycle bag.
Tell us about the upcycle bag while I pull up your website.
Okay. So I have Jimmy Hendrix on the front. Just, I love music. But it's made from a t-shirt. So basically, guys, what you would do, you just cut the sleeves off of your t-shirt. You cut the neck out. And at the very bottom of it, you cut it into strips and you just put 2 square knots across the bottom. And so it is a reusable shopping bag. I like to speak to people about reducing plastic pollution.
So wait, the bottom is now closed.
Yes.
Girl, I was trying to be cute and have the t-shirt on because I was like, oh, those fringes are so cute. So I'm going to hold this side open. So when you put this in, we can see how this is now a bag. Yeah, isn't that cool? Wait a minute. Okay, so let me ask you this. On your website, I went to the Sonia Z. Phillips website.
Oh, no. Go to services. You can just go back. You can get to it from there. So let's go back to services.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Stretch Couture. Wait.
All right, no problem. I want them to see how
if you go to Stretch Couture.
All right, look, Gail at Night is showing love to all of y'all. So, okay.
Yeah.
So here we are. I just put in Sonia Z. Phillips.
Yeah, and just go to Stretch Couture.
Stretch Couture.
And that'll take you to my fashion website. Yeah. So
y'all remember I told y'all about business. She links all her pages. She makes a website if she needs to. She does flyers. The lady got the pop-ups there for you. Follow her business model, y'all.
So we're talking about sustainable stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if you go back up to the top, you can hit sustainability. Sustainable fashion, you can hit that one, either one, because they go back and forth.
Right.
So
and there's t-shirts, creative reuse. Is there anything we should do or
no, just look, so you can see some of the plastic stuff. Those are some of the t-shirts.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is let me make sure I share this page because once I clicked it, it took me to another page. So that way y'all can see where Indiana Backyard Garden is like, okay. Yeah. Gialbert is saying nice, and Tati is still here from Romania checking things out as well. So you're not just an artist, you are a sustainable artist as well.
Yeah.
Nice, because you make everyday clothes as well as all these different things, and you even make clothes for pets as well. That's what I like.
I do. So scroll down a little bit more. And so the one thing, so if you go to my YouTube channel, I do have a video that will show you how to do the t-shirt bag. So you can get to that video just like she did from clicking, and you can do it yourself at home. It just shows you the supplies.
Wow.
And we basically, I have someone doing it, and I kind of do a voiceover to walk you along through the steps. So yeah, so if you want to make one of these bags, I do have a tutorial on YouTube.
So that's complimentary. Of course, we can definitely order things from you.
Yeah,
we can purchase from you and all of those things. And is there a donate button on your site? Because if you're going back to Ghana and people are like, girl, I just want you to travel, you cute or whatever, and I want to sew into you for later because we appreciate all your work. And when I say you cute or whatever, that's what I'm saying. Like, your work is cute. Yes, you're physically cute, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe put one up there because
you know how some people will have their Cash App, their PayPal, or anything like that.
So I have it on my Popple. Like when people pop me and they get my digital business card, I do have my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal on that. Yeah. So I think I need to put my Popple on my homepage. So I know it's on my website somewhere, but I just don't remember where right now. But thank you for bringing that to my attention, and I will add that there. But definitely it's all kinds of great stuff on both of my pages, the Stretch Couture and the Sonia Z. Phillips page. So I definitely encourage you to check out both of those pages. I'm on all of the social media places.
So when she says Sonia Z. Phillips, now if you put in her name, Sonia Z. Phillips, it will take you here. However, if you click onto services,
and then Stretch Couture,
because I'm going to go home just to show you all what we are saying. This is home. At the top, about, shop, influencer marketing, events, services. When you click there, I saw the sexy unicorn. Wait, let me go there. I want to go there. The sexy unicorn.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
So
shape body contouring. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I have the body contour studio.
Mm-hmm. You also have a contouring studio so that people can come get these services.
Yes.
Healthy meals and mindset toolkit, 7-day meal plan, recipes for a meal plan, the shopping list. This is affordable. Yeah, $25.
Right, because I offer accountability, because that's what some of the things that I found just from my own coaching journey is that a lot of people need somebody to hold them accountable. Yeah. And so I do offer the coaching services because it's about mindset. I can, if it was that easy, everybody be doing it. You know what I'm saying? As far as eating right, being healthy. But just think about when you have somebody depending on you, you show up. Like when you have the workout partner.
So wait, we can listen to this on Anchor.
Yeah, I have like a couple episodes. Maybe I need to do a new episode. I need to interview you.
Hey.
But yeah, I have about maybe 4 or 5 episodes out there.
And we can listen. You can all access that right from the Sexy Unicorn page as well.
Yeah, you sure can.
But I stopped your train of thought when you were just talking about. I know, right? I'm always interrupting, and we all go everywhere. The amazing MNG is in here from Jamaica, so let's just tell her who you are and what we're doing, because Indiana Backyard Gardener is like genius. She's just looking at all your things like, man.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, so again, my name is Sonia Z. Phillips. I'm a native of Virginia Beach, Virginia. I am an artist that can sew. I've been a cut and sew designer for over 30 years. And so I started sewing out of necessity. In 2001, I turned it into a business. I'm also a veteran, a U.S. Army veteran. And
I forgot about that too.
Yeah. So I'm a Black female veteran-owned business that has been established since 2001. So Stretch Couture has been established for 23 years. But in 2022,
we have your link to your website. Thank you, Gail at Night, for putting that there.
Thank you so much. And so in 2022, I actually did a pitch competition, and I won for the sustainable fashion and a self-love hybrid idea that I had from working in fashion so long. I intimate spaces with people, especially women, and there's so much to it. Besides,
look, Taisha is bigging you up. Yeah.
Thank you. So it's just so much to it. People come for the outfit, but a lot of times it's more about their self-confidence, their worthiness. And so, they say look good, feel good, but that's not always the case. People look great and feel crappy. I mean, I do everything from exotic dancers to praise dancers, from strippers to 6-figure earners.
So wait, you're saying you service them. You don't do all those things.
No, I don't do those things.
Taisha is saying Black woman and vet-owned business owner.
Yeah.
Indiana Backyard Gardener is also thanking you for your service. Her two children are in the Navy. Okay. Her 2 oldest ones.
Okay.
So this is wonderful. You're saying you work with a gamut of people
from all walks of life.
No preference of who you want to work with. If you're like, I can service all of you. You respect them all, is what you're saying.
Yes, but the thing is, as women, primarily, that's my target audience.
Yes.
It's not about the clothes that I'm making for them. It turned into me kind of have quote unquote like unofficial counselor, like when you go get your hair done, the bartender. Yep. And I found myself in that position all the time, and so I found that a lot of it was around self-confidence. And so I just wanted to plug that, because the Sexy Unicorn is actually a personal development program, and it has 3 pillars. The first one is self-love. The second pillar is self-discovery, because so many times we know what we do, but we don't really know who we are. Yeah. And so I work with women to really get into their core of who they really are. Yep. And then the third piece is sisterhood. I'm an only child, so I was a people pleaser for a long time. I mean, I still am to a certain degree, but I have more control over my boundaries now. And
and she's been a great friend to me, y'all. We've known each other for a long time, and then I had expressed some things to her, and immediately that sisterhood came out. Yeah. She was like, "Wait a minute. Are you taking care of yourself? We need a conversation, because you sound like you're just breezing through this. Let's make sure you got resources and you process." And I was like, wow, nobody has ever taken care of me like that. So thank you, Sonia.
You're welcome, girl.
I do appreciate that, y'all.
I love my sisters.
Absolutely.
So sisterhood is so important, And
wait, no, Taisha sent you a message to connect, honey. She loves this energy.
Yes, girl. Let's connect.
And she's a Navy vet as well.
I need sisters all over the world. So yes, let's connect. But yeah, so that was where the Sexy Unicorn kind of came from, my own personal journey in that space. And then when I later in that year, like I said, I created the Sexy Unicorn probably like 2019, 2020, but I pulled some of that self-love part into sustainability. So I had to clean it up a little bit for the grant money, you know what I'm saying? So with sustainability, I
run your business so you can run your business.
Right. Yeah. So I focus on the sustainable fashion and the self-love piece that I kind of took from the Sexy Unicorn. Yeah. And then I kind of take a little bit of all of that and I started Dream Shape with my best friend. And so the body contouring piece, we have opportunity to work with people. And again, they come to us for the weight loss, but it's like some of the weight that we carry cannot be measured on a scale. So hence, again, the unofficial counselor again.
Yes.
But I do that coaching.
Emotional weight.
And, just to give you guys a little bit of background, I do have certain credentials.
Wait, y'all. She don't have certain credentials. This lady got a lot of letters. So go ahead on.
I was going to say, so I am a certified life coach, but I went to Old Dominion University. So my degree is in biology and my minor is international business. And then I went back. I was a CNA for several years. And so I do have a certain medical background. And then I also was an HIV and sickle cell case manager for 5 years. Then
that was so intriguing to me.
I know, right? And then I was a CDC disease intervention specialist for the city of Norfolk. So I was that person that knocked on the door and told you to come see me to get that treatment.
Wait. Cool weather farmer. Okay, so I don't know what type of treatment she's talking about. Let's make sure we know what she means.
Disease intervention.
So any with the 2020 stuff.
I mean, no, it's like before, like this. What's the oldest profession? Okay, those kind of treatments.
Right. I got it. Okay, cool weather farmer. We here now. Okay.
Those kind of treatments.
Like Giabba said, so you're not just a pretty face, nice going. That's what I'm
right. So I would go out in the community and find people that need to get certain treatments for
stop burning and itching.
Yes. And so, like I said, I was CDC trained. So I have a very vast medical background. And so now I kind of use all of that and all the things I do. I'm doing a lot of work with the sustainability piece, which is my biology. I'm doing work in Ghana, so that's my international business piece.
Yes.
I have the body contouring studio, so that's the health and wellness piece.
Yep.
And so and then I'm able to pull some of that coaching. And I was spent some time as a certified as a career and credit counselor for another nonprofit. So I actually have that certification as well. And I added yoga instruction to my tool bag. So with all of those things, I definitely love serving. And
when she says sustainability, remember we showed you all of that as well. She has that connection on her website.
Yes.
Y'all, this is good. Speaking of connections, we do have Ancestry and DNA coming up with Vicky because Vicky's going to talk about what she's doing and what we all can do as well. There's a Mother's Day code, a discount for any of you that may want to dig deeper into your ancestry. So
I've done mine. I'm gonna send you a link with my thing so you can see my stuff. But I gotta get out of here. I gotta go help another friend. We're gonna go get something that she can't fit in her car because I got a little Honda. I got a Equinox. She had like a little 2-seater,
and you can fit it into yours.
So
absolutely.
But guys, I love hanging out with you. I look forward to seeing you the next time that I'm here when we do live
every third Wednesday.
And so I will check back later in the comments to connect with everyone that wanted to connect. Yes. And again,
Taisha, we didn't forget you.
And I guess she's tagged my Facebook page, so
probably
you can always
on Facebook.
So you can always send me a Facebook Messenger message, and because I figured out how to find the ones from people that aren't your friends. They go to different places,
right?
So but
she's also a social media whiz. And you always figure those things out, and I'm just sitting here confused, perplexed. She's helped me with Facebook as well. So
I'm here to serve,
get it, girl.
Get it, girl. And I'm getting it too. So anyway, I am so excited to spend time with you guys. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.
Gotta run. And I'll make sure I check back for the replay and peruse the comments. Okay?
Yes. And her birthday was recently, y'all. So send her some birthday.
Taurus in the house. Can't do this with you. See my little boo? I'm kind of
we got you.
All right. Bye, you guys. Until next time. Thank you.
All right. Take care, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Text the word faves, FAVES, to 757-231-9361 so you can get alert and stay in the loop. Now, Vicky is coming on, but thank you, Indiana Backyard Garden, for telling her happy birthday. Before she comes on, I'm going to show you all one more thing that I make with this, because here at Green Drinks Live, Edwin, I told you about his business, coffee sales, right? So for coffee sales, I told them you can add this cacao powder to your coffee. So I'm going to show you all a quick plant-based treat that I eat pretty much every day. I might skip a day, but this is my breakfast coffee, okay? And so I'm going to show you all how it's made. And when we come back, thank you, David Hunt, for putting faves in there. And thank you for sending a happy birthday to her as well. So If you want to find Coffee Sales Coffee, they are sponsoring this. Thank you for putting that link in there, Gail at Night, facebook.com/coffee sales, SAILS. I'm going to show you all. Take care, Grow Big TV. We'll see you next time. And remember, when we come back from this breakfast coffee, we are going to see Vicky talking about ancestry. See you soon.
Breakfast coffee.
The best thing ever. We've got our coffee. We have our cacao powder. We have our turmeric. We also have sugar, almond milk, and cayenne pepper. Half a teaspoon is probably good. I'm making this for everyone, so I'm going to put a big teaspoon.
Turmeric has turmeric, which can stop Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Also antioxidants to reduce the risk of cancers like prostate, breast, skin, and other cancers.
Next, we'll add our sugar. Got my cacao powder. Got this from Walmart. I also get it from Amazon.
Cacao powder is rich in antioxidants that reduce fatigue and fight cancer. It's also the highest plant-based source of iron.
Coffee, about a half a cup. Blend this up before I add the ice. That way the cacao powder gets dissolved. So make sure the ice is covered a little bit for the most part and blend. Then just add your milk. You can add rice milk. You can add soy milk, coconut milk, whatever plant-based milk you like.
Almond milk is high in vitamin E, an antioxidant that fights diseases. Also great for your eyes and skin.
This is how I make this a full breakfast. I take my cayenne and put it in there, just a few shakes. And then I add my flax.
Cayenne is great for relieving pain, managing weight, easing itching, reducing inflammation, treating colds and congestion, and protecting the nervous system. Research shows there's a lower incidence of breast cancer among females who consume flaxseed regularly, and it may help reduce the risk of breast cancer after menopause.
All right, we are back. We are back, y'all. I was just grabbing my basket because I got Vicky here. Yes. Now, listen, this basket here has that turmeric that I add to my coffee. It also has the nutmeg. I'm not sure if that was in the video or not. And it also has the cayenne. I used these this morning. Okay. So good to have you here. The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick listening from the bushes. I appreciate that.
So what do you put those in?
I put it in the cup of coffee.
In the cup of coffee.
Yeah. So
okay.
like in that video that I just showed, I do add the cacao. I add the coffee, but then I just sprinkle a bunch of those because, you know, like Mexican coffee, it's cacao and cayenne.
Oh.
That's what they call it. There's a Mexican coffee blend. So yes. How are you today, Vicky?
I'm great. I just want to say that chocolate is awesome. So
you hear that on India?
That oat milk and this. Oh my goodness. Yes. That was really good stuff. I've got it in my cart. I'm going to order it. So
let me show you how to get there because Gail at Night has put into the link here how to get there. Like you can follow the Amazon link. However, all you have to do is first start at superfoodparents.com, right? So when you are on this page, superfoodparents.com, at the top, those little icons, one says Amazon. You click on it, and when you click onto that Amazon tab, it will take you over here to my Amazon page. And that's where I've curated several different lists. Scroll down and boom. Ooh. When you click on the Love Machine Kit, all of these things are going to help you stay healthy. So the cacao powder is right there. And like I said, right now for our area.
It's $8.35.
Yeah. And remember we were looking Walmart. Yep. It's $9. So to drive there and deal with the Walmart people and the lines and everything. Yes. So Vicky, talk to me because you are an ancestry expert. And I know you can talk about this all day long.
I can.
Vicky is part of Green Drinks Live. That's the event where I am, where it's a networking event. We meet the most interesting people. So
yes, we do.
Y'all see what that cacao will do for you? It will have you spreading love because there are so many antioxidants. You start feeling good, but you love for a different reason. Tell us about your family lineage. You said you started with your family.
I started
Ancestry. Go ahead.
I started Ancestry back in the 1980s, so it's really funny.
Before the internet.
Before the internet. So I've done it old school, so I know what it's like to be going scroll through that microfilm and looking for that needle in a haystack, and then me going, "Oh my gosh, I found something." And it's fascinating to see how it's changed, and it is. Amazon, not Amazon, but Ancestry.com, we were
Yes.
talking about had a sale for Mother's Day. I think that sale is now over.
Okay.
But keep in mind that they had it for $39, which is $60 off, that they're probably going to have
wow.
it. Probably going to
Again.
have it for Father's Day, so maybe even Memorial Day. But just keep
So-
keep an eye out for it if you're interested in getting your DNA done.
So let me ask you this then. Before Ancestry.com, how did you do this? Were you simply going to county records, starting with your family? Because I've been told, start with your family, find out who your parents are, go to county records, verify, and move backwards.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so for those of you who live in Hampton Roads, the place to go is Norfolk Public Library, downtown Norfolk, right?
Y'all hear that?
Right across
The
or very
easy
close.
free button, the OG.
The easy free, yeah, the easy free button. You don't have to pay a
Yes.
thing. And they actually have access to Ancestry there. So if you get a library card, you can get it onto Ancestry.com without having to have a membership.
Really?
So you don't have
wait,
to spend those
So you're
hundreds of
saying-
dollars.
You're saying that we can get access to Ancestry.com.
Yes.
Okay, so let me show you all this then. Okay. Now y'all hear the kid in the back? He's one of the bosses here because his dad runs this place, which means, you know, by default, that's just the way it works.
Yep.
So okay.
We're a big family here, so.
Right, exactly. Here at Green Drinks Live, we really are.
Yep.
So here it says world's largest genealogy site, Ancestry, but you're saying we can access for free by going to the library.
Exactly. So you can look up records on your ancestors without having to go to any courthouse. You can go on to any state,
For
regardless of
$3.99.
and it's free. You have to have a
any
library
state,
card.
Any state.
Absolutely. So if you have relatives, like say your grandparents are from North Carolina,
Yes.
you can look up North Carolina census records up to 1950. The census records are available up to 1950.
Okay.
Started in 1790. And then the 1890 census is missing. Don't know. Nobody knows whatever happened to it. That's every
Right.
genealogist dreams to find the 1890 census. But whatever happened, it didn't. It got lost or burned or something.
So wait a minute, Indiana Backyard Gardener, we want to confirm. She says, do you know if this is every library? So in other states, she's in Indiana, with the library card, she should be able to access this as well?
Well, my understanding is most libraries offer Ancestry.com.
Okay.
At their library, if you have a library card, you can enter in your information on the computer. And I say a lot of libraries will have a genealogy or local history room. And that local history room, you may have to sign in to get special access to it because they don't let everybody go in.
Thank you for these details because, you know, OG Patrice is here and I know she's on the West Coast, but this is where Indiana Backyard Gardener is like, wait, I'm picking up what you're putting down, right? And she's like, I will check it out. Thanks. So she appreciates the details of how I didn't know about the special room. What did you call it?
Usually it's a local history room a genealogy room or something along those lines. In Norfolk, it is, I've been to it so many times, I forgot the name of it.
Right.
But it's a really huge room in Norfolk.
So and different libraries in Norfolk, do you have a favorite one or is it all about the same?
Oh, it has to be the one in downtown Norfolk.
Slover.
The Slover Library.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank
That's
you.
our
And
tech
it's the
library.
Sergeant Memorial Room, I think is what it is. Sergeant Memorial Room. It's been there since when the old library was there. There are old maps. You can pull out drawers with old maps. You can look up on the computer through Ancestry all the census records for all the different states, where when I first started, you had to go get microfilm and hope
in the 80s, right?
Yes, and hope that somebody had the microfilm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you had to go to the Latter-day Saints Library over on Witch Duck Road.
Wow.
So there were other ways you had to do it because the libraries didn't always have access to the microfilm in hand or in stock. Sometimes books would have it, but it's really great to look online on Ancestry to see exactly the handwriting, because you have to try to decipher the handwriting. So if you know how to read cursive, you're okay. If you don't, you might have a little bit of trouble.
Right.
But it's nice to be able to decipher for yourself what that word is, or what that name is, or what that profession is, or what things of that nature. So there are things you can find sometimes. Sometimes they have the street name on a census record where
so the details vary.
The details vary upon whoever took the census. They're generally the same.
So y'all hear that? Do your job. Wherever you are, do your job. Because 100 years from now, we might need you to have been good on your job. So we got the detail.
So when you do your censuses, put your information correct, okay? Because 100 years from now, people are going to be looking back at this and going like, well, wait a minute.
So let me ask you this then, because the Amazing MNG is in Jamaica. Now, you were talking about, and y'all hear that, Vicky says hello, the Amazing MNG. So you were talking about finding, this was earlier, I was talking to you, you were talking about finding people in other states. Can you find people in other countries?
Yes,
Have you found people in other countries?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, right. Well, I've been working on what we call brick walls, and I've been working on some of these brick walls and still am since the 1980s.
Now, when you say brick walls, these are tough cases, basically.
These are tough cases that there are no documentation, or you just can't get past this one person and find out who their parents or grandparents or whoever are. This is where DNA comes in and really helps a whole lot. I have a relative, my father always wanted to know who his real grandfather was because we had illegitimacy. So
hold on, y'all know what you're talking about. My baby daddy, you all those situations, right? Where your mama's baby, daddy's maybe, and all of that. So what she's saying is, y'all know this ain't nothing new, right? So you had this situation.
Right. Had to find the baby daddy, granddaddy's daddy. So so I had to do. My dad, when my mother passed away, said he'd always wanted to know, and I did not know that. So we started using DNA to try and find that out. Took a few years. But the more people start doing DNA, the easier it is. And this is why it's important. If you're interested, get your DNA done with Ancestry because they have the largest database.
And Gail at Night did put the link to ancestry.com. I know we can get free access to their records online. How much does it cost? And I'll let you finish the story about your grandfather finding his father, you finding his father, but how much does it cost for us to get our DNA into this system so that it connects more of us?
All right. The only charge you have for that, for your DNA, is the cost of the test. So if you buy the $39 test, that's it. They do everything. They will send you log in and just a swab. It's just a swab. It's no big deal. You have to, well, actually I take that back. Now it's spit. Now you spit into a little container. And I always recommend people drink a lot before you can't eat or drink 30 minutes before you take the test or brush your teeth. So like my dad, it took him a while before he always remember after he brushed his teeth. So it takes a while, but you essentially, once you get started, you just keep spitting until you get to a certain level. And then
men can spit a lot. So this will be easy for them.
This will be easy for the men.
Yeah. They're always spitting. Ladies, we will have to drink a lot.
I've had trouble.
And we talk a lot, so our mouth dries
That's true. That's probably my problem. But I had trouble. So I try to tell everybody and give them advice. Drink water an hour or so before, so you have some saliva too, or bake some cookies or something, so you're like salivating. So it makes it easy.
Is here. He's the music guy. I'm talking about men, and then he shows up. All right, DJ Is. We're in the middle of a story and Gail at Night is laughing at us too. We're in the middle of a story, DJ Is, about ancestry because her grandfather, she's the ancestry expert for her family. She's been doing their lineage since before the internet back in the 80s. She and I were alive back then. We can attest to the only people that had the internet was the military. So her grandfather always wanted to know who his father was. And through ancestry.com, she was able to uncover this because
DNA. And the DNA, you just start matching people up with your DNA. Sometimes the great thing about Ancestry, the database is so big, and this is why Ancestry, if you're looking for somebody, if you're trying to find your lineage, that is the best way to do it, because 23andMe is great. Family Finder.
23andMe, but what's the other one?
There's Family Finder, and then there's Family Tree.
Are they all linked in any way or no?
They're not. However, here's the thing too about Ancestry. It's another reason to do Ancestry. When you've done the Ancestry DNA test for $39 or $50, usually $59 is their sale price. So that's why $39 was a really exciting deal. So when you do the $39 or $59, regular price is $99. So whatever you want to do, you take the test, they'll give you the results back. And the great thing is once you get your results back, you can download those results and upload them to 23andMe or GEDmatch. You can connect it. Ancestry will not do it themselves, but because it's your right, that is your DNA. It's your right to do with it what you want to. So if you choose to upload it to another site, you can do that, but they're not going to do that for you. So, and so you do. I have not personally found that to be very helpful. It can be more helpful when you just talked about going overseas or different countries,
Right?
Because some countries
I'm cutting
don't
off your head. I'm fixing it.
No problem. Some countries, like Germany, for example, doesn't seem to get involved, and actually, I've heard does not allow DNA. Now you can only guess why.
Yeah, I don't know about Tati. He's in Romania. Let us know for your country, Tati. I don't know if y'all allow.
I've heard that Romania is probably fine. I think for some reason Germany is the one country that
y'all know Germany got their own mess. And I say this in a good way, because they have the best things that come out of there, and they're like, no, we're keeping our stuff a secret so we can, bring out the top stuff. So look, they're like, look, we're putting limits.
So you can get, I've had more luck with actually the ancestry has really helped me a lot with that. I think somehow, I don't know how, somehow the Germans are starting to somehow get involved with our ancestry DNA. So I don't know if they're sneaking
They probably already got their own database, and then they're going to link it.
They do have their own family tree databases, but they're not DNA that I'm aware of, DNA related.
Right.
And I think because of World War II and a lot of things that happened in World War II, they don't like to have their DNA.
They don't commingle and all of that.
They don't
want to be.
They don't want to find out how many hundreds of children this one guy had. So they
y'all hear that? More baby daddy drama.
Oh, that's very, 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 very dramatic.
So wait, let me ask you this: to conclude that story that you were just saying about your grandfather, you were able to pretty much pinpoint.
Well, the closest DNA relative I was able to find, surprisingly enough, had the last name that and I had tried. There's such a thing as Y DNA. So people talk to you males about getting your Y DNA done. It can be very beneficial if you're trying to find your line. However, what happens is because.
So wait a minute, y'all. Just to clarify, women have the chromosomes XX and the men are XY. So that's why she's saying your Y, not your Y. You know how nowadays everybody's like, "What's your Y? Why are you doing this? What's your purpose?" Y'all get your Y.
Good point.
Yeah,
Very
get your
good
Y
point.
DNA, meaning your the male side, if you're a man. So Tati, you're a guy. DJ is, all of you men that are in the chat, and David Hunt, or if you know other men, it's important that they get into the database so that we have their lineage as well.
Well, they don't have to do the Y. This is what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people will talk to you about getting your Y DNA test done. First of all, it's more expensive to get your Y DNA test done. You have to go through certain companies to do just your Y. But the promise is, or the expectation is, that you would be able to find out who your father's grandfather. It only goes down the male line. So it can't be mixed up. So it's one easy way to find out if all of a bunch of brothers are related or not is if the Y, the Y's are different, you all have different daddies. So but the Y is supposed to take you all the way back, centuries back, because it never changes.
You need to go and find Maury Povich and give him the answers, because we could have found out all those baby daddies by now if we would have just listened to Vicky, the ancestry expert. You've given us a lot of good info. Wow. And so, was your grandfather alive?
No, my grandfather was not alive.
When you found this out, he was.
No, my grandfather was deceased, and he never wanted to know. It was my dad. My dad wanted to know, and so it was my grandfather who didn't know who his father was. So
your father was able to get that.
My father, I was able to go to the whole family and spread it out and go, here's who you're related to, and if they had gotten married, this would have been your last name. So so I was able to share that with them. And it's interesting also because as you start discovering diseases in your family that you never knew or never heard of before, you realize that it's on the missing part of your family tree, that it's not in the family tree that you're living around.
That's interesting
that
too.
There are diseases that can be passed down. And so when you talk to your other relatives and you find out who they are and you start talking, you can kind of put together a medical family tree as well. Does diabetes run in your family? Does high blood pressure, high cholesterol, anything that breast
some of
cancer.
These things are genetically, like they've seen where some people, their family has high cholesterol, that's typical for them. Higher blood pressures, that's typical for them. I have a question for you, because we're going to be finishing up with Vicky in just a moment, but I want to hear about this story that you told me about meeting with some of these relatives
Oh, yes.
in a whole nother state. Because y'all,
Mhm.
we have a playwright coming up. She has a play at the White House. Sherry Bailey does. Yes. So Sherry's going to come on and talk with us soon.
Exciting.
But not before we finish these lineage stories, because this is intriguing. You said that you found family members on through Ancestry,
Ancestry.
or
And
they
it's
found you. How did that work?
It's the same family that my grandfather. We were trying to find my great grandfather.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
the exact same family. So I had my aunt had asked me to contact or try to find out where my great grandmother had. It's all confusing, I know, but where the daddy mama, I guess, or baby mama. I'll do that. Baby mama moved to, because baby mama left baby behind. So
and that was not uncommon.
This was in the early 1900s.
Mhm.
So
Y'all know that was not uncommon. A lot of times for families to be separated for work or for different reasons.
Mhm.
And so she left
Mhm.
your grandfather
grandfather.
behind,
Mhm.
which also now, without knowing the father but knowing the mother, it made it more difficult.
Mhm.
So, but this is where this family that you found is a part of that family line.
Exactly.
Because there were 5 brothers. Your grandfather was his dad was one of 5 brothers. You ended up finding out.
Mm-hmm. I know who the great grandparents are, and that without a doubt, with all the DNA matches, there's no doubt that I know who the great grandparents are. I'm just not sure which of the children are the daddy
which of
baby.
Those 5 brothers?
Which of those 5 brothers is the daddy baby? But apparently, it was not that unusual for them to be.
People moved around way more than we realized.
They got around a lot more.
I mean,
than you
moved
thought.
out of state and everything.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
so the family, and you go, okay, so you're here in Virginia, and you said this family, they were in
Tennessee and Alabama. So the only thing we knew about the daddy baby was that, baby daddy was that keep getting off. The baby daddy was from Alabama, but it just so happens that where we lived in Tennessee was right across. So they were literally living right on the line.
Mhm.
So one census they may be
Still
in Alabama,
in the general area.
Next census the next may be in Tennessee. So different censuses would say they'd be being born at different places, but he was from Alabama. So that was all I knew when I started out. That's all I knew. Had no idea name, no idea how old he was, no idea anything, but DNA connected us. I was able to find one DNA relative right away on Ancestry but he ended up having committed suicide like a few months before I got the DNA results.
And y'all know this is nothing new either. We're still struggling with that today.
Still struggling with that. So, but anyway, to get back to the story you were asking me about. So having done all that DNA, I had all this DNA on Ancestry, and I got a message from someone in Texas asking, hey, we're a DNA relative, which is the typical thing. Hey, I see we're related.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how we're related?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much the first common question. And so that's how Carolyn came along and said, hey, I see we're related. Can you tell me how? And I was like, yeah, can I tell you how? And
you're the expert. You had all of this off. Did she realize that you were the genealogy expert for your family at the time?
Not at the time, but what was so interesting is her cousin already knew about us. Her cousin in Texas. I had talked to her cousin in Texas on the phone.
Okay.
And when I talked to her cousin in Texas, it was like talking to my aunt.
Wow.
Her vocal sound, it was just amazing. I was just
wow.
So, but that's how we the Carolyn from Texas got with us and said, hey, we're going to make a trip we might make a trip to Tennessee. And I said, well, I have a wedding to go to in July. I can meet y'all there. And then we all met, and my dad and my uncle all got together, and we got a big 12-person van, and we all got in there, and they drove us around to all the places.
And you got along.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Y'all know some of us don't get along with family. And look at this. You can find family members through ancestry.com and then have a whole different set of resources. So, of course, I pulled it up. Remember, Vicki told us that we can find this. A lot of times we can get free access through our library systems. All you need is a library card. Here in the Hampton Roads area, we have certain libraries. You get free access, and you can find folks too. Wow. Anything that you want people to know before you leave today, anything that they should know or that you want them to really dig into, to embrace their families? Because we have, go ahead.
Honestly, the first thing I would absolutely emphatically say is find the oldest people in your family and have them do their DNA test. For Mother's Day, Father's Day, any day, just to do it. Because once they're gone, it's gone.
Right.
And I very rarely look at my own DNA. I'm right now looking for relatives back in Germany, and they came over in my great grandfather came over in the 1860s, and we have not been able to find anything. And now I've pretty well pinpointed it, and I've got DNA relatives in Germany, and we've been talking. And so one of these days I'm planning on going because
yes. And you know, Indiana Backyard Gardener loves this. She says, great info, thank you. So look, I'm sure she's going to be at her library. She might end up in Germany visiting family when you're visiting yours.
Yes,
I don't know. Y'all know that I just showed you a coffee recipe, and my coffee business is rolljava.com. So of course, if you go there and purchase coffee, you do benefit my nonprofit organization. But before, as we transition between Vicki and our next guest, the playwright Sherry Bailey, who's going to have a play at the White House, we only have about 15 more minutes left in this episode, but I do have another plant-based treat that is made with this cacao powder, because it's better for you. It's not just for coffee, it's not just for brownies, it's not just for pudding. Anything that you would use, chocolate, this cacao powder, it'll just bless your soul. And of course, the nutritional benefits, high in antioxidants, better than blueberries. Cool Weather Farmer is telling you that her grandmother passed away when they were about around 5 years old. Met one of my dad's cousins around 10 years ago. He said, I sound just like her.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah,
yes,
sweet.
yes. It's amazing the stuff that gets passed on and you have no clue.
No clue, right? Because Indiana Backyard Gardener says, I know I'm Irish. Maybe I'll end up in Ireland.
You never know, but you might find out you're Scottish, that you think you're Irish. So, because the Scots and the Irish went back and forth a lot because of famine and you know, they were in poorhouses. There are all kinds of things. Even in the United States, you can find records of poorhouses, and sometimes they keep the belongings of the people. And if you write to the poorhouse, I did that in New York. Wrote for the poorhouse
you
because they
access.
had, and if they have pictures, like they will have suitcases and things, and if there are pictures and stuff inside, and you can claim that and show that you're a relative, you can do that.
Wow.
And don't forget, if we're in Virginia, we're not very far from DC. Get on the train, take that Amtrak for $20, and get up to DC and do some research up there. I got my library card last year, and I look forward to going back and doing some more. A huge genealogy section down there. But I'm looking forward to doing more things about relatives.
Is there any public place where we can find you, or are you just like a private guru?
I'm a private guru.
All right, y'all. Vicki is a private guru, but I can tell you this, the brownie bites are for all of us. So y'all enjoy this plant-based treat while we transition. Thanks so much, Vicki.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks. Y'all have a good day.
Take care.
Brownie bites. Yum.
All right, let's get started with a cup of dates. I've taken the pit out. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of oats. Oats are full of antioxidants that reduce heart disease, fight cancer, and skin irritations. Blend these two right now. Dates have fiber that lowers your cholesterol. They're protein rich, which strengthens your bones and muscles. You see how it's like evenly blended, and it's kind of sticky now because of those dates. The dates are pure sugar. I'm going to add like a teaspoon of cinnamon. Our turmeric. Turmeric relieves inflammation like arthritis and IBS. It fights viruses like the flu.
2 heaping tablespoons of cacao powder.
Cacao powder is packed with flavonoids, which lowers blood pressure, improves blood flow to the brain and heart, and prevents blood clots. About a tablespoon over there, tablespoon over there. Our walnuts.
Add 1 to 1.5 cups of walnuts.
Thick and clumpy. Let's get some of those things broken down here. Right? Oh, now that's what we want. Now this looks dry, but as you can see, it sticks together in clumps because those dates are in there. This particular almond butter.
Add 4 tablespoons of almond butter, or you can use peanut butter or sun butter.
Almond butter has vitamin E for heart health and plenty of fiber, which aids in digestion, lowers cholesterol, and regulates blood pressure. Sometimes I add honey if it's not sticking together. Honey is the one food that lasts forever.
Add about 2 tablespoons of honey. It's optional.
And it stays. Boom.
We added mini chocolate chips. It's optional. I like how they were chewy like brownies.
I like how they were chocolatey. To me, they tasted like a chocolate brownie.
All right, y'all. We are back here at Green Drinks Live, which is a networking group that happens every third Wednesday of the month here in Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm at the Portsmouth chapter. Green Drinks Live is a national nonprofit, and I'm interviewing different guests today. So coming up, I hope you all enjoyed that plant-based treat, by the way. Coming up, we do have Sherry Bailey. She's a playwright. She has an upcoming play at the White House, and so we're going to be talking with her. She's going to join us on the scene soon. So yes. Indiana Backyard Gardener says, "Yum, cool weather farmer." Thanks, thank you. And yes, they're still saying thank you to Vicky. Y'all, Vicky over there on the phone. Come on, have a seat, Miss Sherry, please. By all means, I can put your bag here. I can put it on my side.
Okay, that's fine.
Y'all see this bag? Right, Sherry. Oh, sorry, Sherry is fancy, y'all. Let me put this
Birthday gift.
Really? Oh,
My daughter.
yeah, so nice.
Thank you.
Yep, get on in here. All right, are you comfortable?
Well, this works.
That works?
Yeah.
You're fine?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all, because y'all know we got to protect the people that we love, okay? So that being said, everybody's saying thanks, Vicky, and they were saying yum for the food and everything. However, I told them that you are a playwright and you have something. The first time I saw one of your plays was at Old Dominion, way back in like 2001 or 2, and I was not familiar with you at that time. I found out that you were a playwright, and I was like, I mean, you're still here doing your thing and making things happen. So
Wait a minute. So you're telling me you saw A Great and Dismal Swamp?
yep, The Great and Dismal Swamp. That's the name of it. Yes, ma'am.
I can't believe that. I have been trying to find that script for years. And the fact that you would bring that up is just kind of blowing my mind here.
You see, this is how we're connected, right? This is how we're connected. So
wow.
Y'all, so I told y'all it makes it easy when the person somebody else talks about you first, and then they come and they're like, yep, that's right. But so y'all hear, she's not only a playwright, she's an amazing woman, and she has an amazing memory, because again, that was what, 24 years ago, right?
Easily.
Yes.
I think it was the late 90s, actually, 97, 98, somewhere in there.
So that's when you produced it. But by the time I saw it, I don't know if it was around that time or if it was closer to 2000. I just know that either way, like you're saying, that might have been 25, 26 years ago.
Yeah.
And so now you might be able to go back to the theater department. They may have a copy there.
That's what I'm hoping. I tried that, but I didn't really push hard, you know. So,
yes.
But I think somewhere deep in the bowels of ODU, there's got to be a script. I mean,
Yeah,
because the graphic arts
absolutely.
department, they drew this incredible image, for the flyer, and I know that there must be some
right
record of that, right?
And also because this was back before we had autosave and in the cloud. So, but either way, that information is somewhere and it's going to come back to you.
Well, it feels like it's already started the process.
Right.
Because I've been working, trying to channeling it and praying and everything in terms of like trying to find the script, because it was just kind of one of those scripts that I felt I was channeled with. It came through me, and so really in terms of the recollection of it, it was never for me,
Right.
I was simply a
vessel that it came through for the
Yeah.
rest of us to experience, to learn from, and to enjoy. A Great and Dismal Swamp, it's a journey. Now we live here in the Hampton Roads area, where the Dismal Swamp goes right through this area down into North Carolina, and there were stories around that in this particular production that she's talking about. If y'all are listening and you have any connections to A Great and Dismal Swamp, you're familiar with what we're talking about. This particular stage play written by the playwright, the wonderful Sherry Bailey, then tap in, right?
That
Tap
would be
in.
wonderful.
Yes.
You have no idea what a great blessing that would be,
to get a hold of that script again.
I mean, we're talking, it's over 25 years old. I mean, so why would it be,
I feel like they might have videotaped it. Check with Old
They
Dominion.
didn't. This is the thing. They didn't videotape.
None of the shows.
And at the time, that was supposed to be a part of the whole process. And so the fact that it didn't happen was already kind of like a sign that this was going to be a journey that needed to be closely followed. And
well, let me say this: Momo is a lawyer. Now, Momo is in Kenya, right? And so even though she's a lawyer, no, she's in Kenya right now. She's from Uganda. I think that's her home country. Correct me if I'm wrong, Momo. She's a lawyer, right? And look, if you got any info, anything to tell us, Momo, this is for you. Help us out, okay?
Momo, please.
Yes. So Sherry Bailey is a playwright. She wrote this play about 25 years ago in 1996. I know it's been a while, child, but I've been lurking and looking on your channel, and congratulations on the baby bump. But anyways, she went to Dubai and came back with a baby.
Oh, that's a nice trick.
Yes. Her and her husband and the other kids were on vacation, but when they came back, they had an extra package.
Wow.
But anyways, she's still a lawyer, and she might be able to help us out. So the university here, one of the local universities here in southeastern Virginia, they produced this stage play. I saw the stage play. A Great and Dismal Swamp is the title. Now, Sherry Bailey cannot get a hold of her script.
Yeah.
The university is like, oh, we don't think we have that anymore. They were supposed to have filmed it. Is there any way, any other avenues? And anyone here in the States also, did you copyright it at the time? When you copyright things, the Library of Congress will have it. But any other ideas, anybody? And also, Momo, help us. We want to sue the university so they can just pay for her to find it. Like, we don't want no smoke. We don't want no trouble, because she has a play coming up at the White House coming up soon.
Abolitionist Museum. And that is going to be the storyline with Abolitionist Museum is that we have 8 historical figures who are wax figures in the museum. The museum curator brings in a Confederate flag, and they debate what to do with that flag.
Okay.
And our 8 characters are Harriet Beecher Stowe, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass, John Brown, Nat Turner, David Walker. And they get into the conversation about what to do. And at the end of the play, we ask the audience, okay, so you are a resident in this wax museum. What would your vote be, to burn or not to burn? And it's been a really wonderful experience of having people who may be coming from radically different perspectives able to have a civilized conversation.
Yes.
That is the goal, is to get people talking. And
that's the point of Green Drinks Live, y'all, to get people talking with these radical conversations. Momo was saying that she can only think of copyright. So I appreciate that. We can always check the copyright records. Maybe somebody else even tried to copyright it, but at least we can get a copy of that script. And you probably can always claim rights as well if someone else has done so. However, when you say radical conversations, I do want to show people this, because this is a part of what I remember you for. When I Google your name, Sherry Bailey, Juneteenth comes up. Juneteenth, Virginia, you're the founder. You are the one that made Juneteenth, before they started making this a national holiday. This was a personal, and I don't know if this is something that was also for you, for your people, if it was channeled through you, but did you want to say anything about Juneteenth, Virginia?
It was, when first of all, I was born and raised here in Virginia, Portsmouth to be exact.
Okay.
And after high school, left running, never to return. Never, And so fast forward to, I'm living in LA, and my daughter is about to start first grade. Her father and I broke up, and I had to make the decision of whether I was going to stay in LA and be a single parent, or come back to Virginia and have
where there were
support.
family to help.
Yeah, exactly. And so I made that decision to come back to Virginia.
And her daughter's an amazing musician, y'all.
She really is. Still playing drums, and just kind of like a visionary when it comes to community building and so forth like
I've
that.
I've seen her in action. She get it from her mama, y'all. She get it from her mama.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And so it was, I had to figure out what to do here in Virginia, and had come across Juneteenth in California and kind of put the two together. I went, oh, wait a minute, the history we're talking about with Juneteenth is my local history.
Right.
Not even national. It's my local history. Right. So how do I put those two things together? So it became researching the history and then dramatizing it.
So here's the thing. When you say it was our history, when I click on one of the links here, one of the tabs here, it says here, history plays, full length and excerpts, Abolitionist Museum, which is the one that will be at the White House. That's the stage play coming there.
Right.
Nat Turner Killed by Family, audience clip. That happened right here in the Isle of Wight County of Virginia.
In Suffolk.
And thank you. Army of One, James Armistead Lafayette, Ben and Jefferson. You have written all of these stage plays. Yes. And then look, history and culture, Arrival at Hampton. This is another list of stage plays. These aren't just titles, Gettysburg Address, Nat Turner Story, audio and video. All of these are stage plays.
Or for live performance piece, excerpts and spoken
Mhm.
word, and
Yeah, I told you the
basically.
lady was bad. That's all I was trying to point out. Okay, she's
Thank
a
you.
bad mamma jamma. That's all I was trying to let y'all know.
I feel,
And Momo was saying your whole family is talented when you were talking about your
oh,
daughters.
okay.
talent as
Thank you,
well.
thank you, thank you, thank you. And the networking that goes on in terms of all of that has been a gift also, because
Mhm.
my daughter has friends, and in fact, one of the people you talked to this morning, Sonia
Yes,
Phillips, she's
yes.
like, wait a minute, we know each other. And I'm
We
like,
all are connected, right?
and I'm like, wonderful,
Wow.
exactly. Yeah, no, but this local history is just kind of a rich opportunity,
Mhm.
and as well as the responsibility, because we have to tell the story, the history from our perspective.
Mm.
That's I always joke that the Civil War, was narrated by the losers.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
lost. Wait a minute. So how do they get to tell the story?
And for those of you that don't know, like, of course, Momo is in Kenya. So, here in the United States, they talk about the Civil War, the North against the South. And like you're saying, the North essentially won, but we hear the narrative from the South because the North said, oh, okay, great. Now we can all unite. We can do this, that, and the third. And the South, they were like, well, shoot, we're going to tell our story. However, that's the whole point of history. We get all the perspectives when we tell our story.
Yes.
And when we dig deep. So whether you won, whether you lost, no matter the perspective, there are so many sides to all the stories.
Absolutely. My grandmother used to say it's three sides to the truth: yours, mine, and the truth. And
thank you, Gail at Night, for dropping her link.
Thank you. Yes, indeed.
Yours, mine, and the truth. Tell me the truth about the White House. How did this come about?
Well, Biden signed the legislation that made Juneteenth a federal holiday, and so with that, kind of recognition, it became an opportunity to be able to share with the country. I mean, I remember when I started Juneteenth here in Hampton Roads, it was June who, June what,
right?
And now, last year there were over 30 events, and I remember people used to say, "Well, that's not right. You started that," and I'm like, "Yeah, for all of us,
Right.
And so, and I think finally that understanding that it needs to be celebrated the way we do the 4th of July. And in fact, Juneteenth starts June 1st and goes through July 5th, because it really is a Juneteenth season,
right,
that we're talking about. And
so you're saying this particular stage play is going to be at the White House during that time period of Juneteenth?
Yeah, well, actually, our date will be on the actual holiday, which will be Wednesday, June 19th. At 3
nice.
o'clock. And
how do we find that online? I'm just looking for it now. So you keep talking and telling us about that.
Literally, I was on a committee meeting last night about exactly those kind of details.
Yes.
And so those should be on the website and everywhere.
Okay.
Later on today, literally, is what the goal is.
Wonderful.
And this certainly encourages me to make sure that we get this out there, because we want people to be able to get information.
But it should also already be on the site of the museum somewhere, like there in the White House. So that's where I figured, let me just see if I can find it there, because if people want to know, and of course with us being so close to DC, a lot of people are in the DMV area. They might say, oh, let me take a trip and let me check this out. How long is this piece? Is it a 45-minute, hour and a half?
No, we go on the stage at 3 o'clock, and we've got an hour,
Nice.
So, so 3 to 4, and
on
Wednesday, June 19th.
Yes.
At 3 o'clock, we will be on the they call it the ellipse stage.
Okay.
And it actually is where Trump stood on January 6th.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting bit of irony.
All right. So on the ellipse stage, gotcha. If y'all have any questions about this, definitely let us know, because this is interesting. Now, coming up, we do have another guest that's going to be telling us about the Mural Festival. Nikki is coming up soon. However, playwright Sherry Bailey, y'all see her link right there on the screen. Tell us something else, Sherry. Anything else that you want us to know about you, your work, how we can tap in to make sure this is not just your work, but that it's legacy and it's ongoing, because that's your work. That's your life's work.
I think it's really important for people to know that Hampton Roads was a major stop on the Underground Railroad because of the waterways, and not the stereotypical running across through the woods and everything, but really just kind of like disguising themselves as sailors, and or a husband and wife that they disguise themselves as a young master with his servant, and so a lot of role playing that had to happen in terms of that, and that we were basically really active.
Y'all, that's one of the bosses, the little kid. Remember I told y'all the man that runs this, Edwin, his son is here moving the furniture,
and we love it.
Right. I know, right? Because I do too. And it's so funny you started laughing, because like kids, I'm always like, what you doing? What you into? And I just eat it up, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's just that innocence and that just kind of like joy.
Yep.
We need that every day.
Absolutely.
So, but in terms of the region, to understand that the nation we are today in 2024 started here, was born here in Hampton Roads, 1607 at Jamestown. 12 years later, 1619, you had the Africans who came into, Jamestown, many of them as indentured servants, who then, earned their freedom and became free Blacks. And I see them as the ancestors of the Black middle class. And to talk about, Black middle class before the 18th century and 19th century, only we're going to do that.
Right.
So
right.
we
have to
tell your own story.
Yes.
And here in Hampton Roads, Tidewater, Hampton Roads, we have the story of the beginning of this nation's birthplace. And we need to be able to take control of that history and be able to, when people come to the area, be able to educate them about that, again, from our perspective in terms of what it all meant. We were the original product in this capitalistic system. And so therefore we need to understand our relationship to capitalism as opposed to socialism in terms of taking care of community and so forth like that.
Right.
These are not questions that we generally talk about. So we would like to see, or I would like to see, Fort Monroe set aside as a think tank where we take, the issues that we need to be looking at and really move them beyond just like 3 or 4 days in the headlines.
Yep.
And then just drop them through the cracks. We need to be able to start examining and working on how we get solutions to the issues that we've been talking about for too long.
And I really like that you've been featured, not just you putting out your own information, but in other places as well. Y'all know she'll be at the White House, but right here on screen, we have an article from EMU University and the Eastern Mennonite University, and they did an article on her. Playwright and teacher Sherry Bailey, an advocate for racial healing and dialogue, brings next writers read installment. So y'all hear that she's a writer, she's an author, she's celebrated, right? And they're in here talking about her, all kinds of links, talking about her discussion on all of these things, right? So
Eastern Mennonite was a really wonderful experience. That's where I've taken several peace building sessions or classes. And I'll never forget one of my first experiences there, we were introducing ourselves to, the other people in the session. And I mean, this is people from around the world. And they were sharing their stories of genocide and female mutilation, famine, just incredibly heart-wrenching stories.
Yes.
And then the Americans, we were talking about a bad divorce. A house fire where nobody was hurt. It just made me feel
these things that they were not parallel. They didn't seem to balance.
Exactly.
Like,
it's just,
is this really a problem or is it an inconvenience?
Right.
Whereas other folks are actually having, like you said, their genitalia mutated,
life-changing incidents, And it was, I remember being embarrassed. I was just like, wait a minute now, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And that was Eastern Mennonite. I was really appreciative of that experience.
And I'm glad you bring that up too, because I tend to be the person that sees the glass half full, because I've had a lot of quote unquote bad things happen to me, but bad things don't happen to me. I just experience a lot of things, but being here in the States, it's never that bad.
Yeah.
Real talk. It has not really been that bad.
Right.
There's always, a way out, a way to overcome. There's so much help. you know?
Right, exactly. I mean, I just kind of look at, folks around the world and realize I prefer to be here actually, and I have to admit that, and then figure out what I can do from this, position of privilege.
Yeah.
And resources.
And I like the way you say privilege and resources, because Garden Quilt and Garden Show, Auntie Ellen, she's in here saying hello to everyone. She's watching from the bushes, which means most people are just listening, right? Instead of chatting, they're watching from the bushes. Like, I'm just listening out. But she's one of those people that speaks like you. Auntie Ellen is 75 years old and she quilts. She's one of those people that has driven tractors. She talks about her history, her family history, the history of the area that she's in. She's doing the work that you're talking about. So whenever she comes on to show us how to quilt something or how to sew something, and right now she only has the use of one eye because the other, she had a health injury, but she's constantly infusing those family stories, life stories. She still has like 6 generations alive. Her mother and her grandmother. No, I think her mother is still alive, not her grandmother. Auntie Ellen, I know your grandma. Please tell me. I think she is still alive. And of course, she has children, grandchildren. So we're all doing some of this legacy work, and we appreciate you for coming on and talking about that. Is there anything that you want the people to know before you go? Because all of us aren't playwrights. Some of us are like Auntie Ellen, right? We're just everyday people. Anything that you want us to know on how we can continue this work, in addition to coming to the White House on June 19th? Can we come get tickets for that play? Or is it sold out?
Thank you. It's free, actually, so you
nice.
just need to be there at 3:00 on June 19th.
Okay.
And
at the Ellipse stage.
And there will be information that you can get on the website, which is juneteenthva.org. And it's not there right this moment, but it'll be there really soon. I would say within the next 24 hours.
Right. And so we did show you all that particular website, juneteenth.org. And this is what it looks like. You'll see the dark blue. It'll say Juneteenth, Virginia on it at the top. Juneteenth VA. You'll see that at the top. And so she's getting that information added. Do you do that part, or do you have somebody else adding those things?
We have someone else. Heidi is one of the people who does that, and we've got a small team of folks, and we're hoping to expand that, because there's room for lots of folks to be a part of what we're doing.
Yeah, I noticed on this website also we can click on the sponsor and donor link, so we can become a part of that solution as well.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome to join us, and we do get folks who kind of cycle in and out.
Yep.
As we
They're
get
there
to
for
the
season to work.
For the season, exactly.
Yes.
So that's been really exciting to see that process get started.
Nice. And y'all see there's 2022 sponsorships. If those prices are still available since 2022, if these prices are still current, y'all can go right here and see the different levels. You don't even have to click into the form. You can see the different levels for sponsorship. There's something here for everybody to tune into or to tap into, from $10 on up to $5,000 and beyond. Okay, so there's no excuse, y'all. We all can help with this particular cause. Any final words? Because as we leave this space, I am going to share one other way that they can enjoy some whole food. Y'all know here on this particular channel, we encourage everybody to eat as many fruits and vegetables as they can. So I will be sharing a recipe as we transition to our next guest, which is Nikki. Now, Nikki I'm going to be showing y'all breakfast cookies. It don't have a lot of whole food in it, but look, it does have some cacao or cacao nibs, because I do have cacao nibs here as well. I do have chocolate milk over there. It's non-dairy. So
I had some and it's delicious.
Oh, y'all hear that?
Absolutely delicious.
And it's super simple: cacao powder, sugar, and milk, or whatever sweetener you want to use. I just use some organic cane sugar, and boom. So as we look, she's dancing, just thinking about it. I saw you grooving over here. Before we get into our recipe, though, and our next guest, Auntie Ellen says, I'm a longtime researcher and speaker on Black history, a consultant for CUNY Underground Railroad Project. She just finished 2 original quilts. That's what's up.
That sure is.
That's
really
what we're talking about.
That sounds like the last word, for me. That's just perfect. Thank you so much.
She said it herself. All right, y'all, we're going to get into this plant-based treat. Now, of course, if you go to energybits.com, you can get 20% off go to energybits.com, chlorella and spirulina tablets. So if you're not eating whole foods, you can just take these green pills. I give it to my kids. I take them myself. They boost your life. Okay. They replace vegetables, but you want to still get your whole foods. But if you know you're not, energybits.com, put in Super 20 when you check out to get 20% off. All right, y'all. So let's get into this plant-based treat so that way we can see the breakfast cookies. And when we come back from these breakfast cookies, we are going to see Nikki. She's got something good for us about a festival that you all might not be familiar with here at Green Drinks. See you soon.
Oatmeal breakfast cookies.
We're going to get these breakfast cookies started with 2 cups of oats, half a cup of sunflower butter.
Chemicals in sunflower seeds stop the growth of cancer cells, helping to fight colon, prostate, and breast cancer.
Blended the bananas and the dates. So I'm going to pour out what looks like about 3 bananas, I should say.
You could just use 3 bananas, but we added dates because they're natural sweeteners that are rich in fiber and high in iron.
It does regulate blood sugar. So I'm going to pour this onto the spoon so I can get about a teaspoon of cinnamon. I have about a half cup of nuts that I'm adding there. A whole cup of nuts.
Walnuts are a great source of fiber. They promote heart health and provide antioxidants that fight dementia.
Pop it down onto the baking sheet like that. All right, so we just flatten these out a little bit. We're gonna pop them in the oven.
Bake on 350 for 7 to 9 minutes.
It tastes delicious. Corey, here, taste this.
It's just right for breakfast. It's got the right amount of sweetness. The nuts will make it really crunchy and it gives you a lot of different textures. It's good. It's a good breakfast treat.
To me, these look like dog food, so I made a quick chocolate sauce with cacao powder.
It's actually really good.
They're actually really good.
A minute
right,
to get that
y'all.
together, but we're good.
Yes.
I'll take my bag.
Oh, y'all. I got to give her bag. I was trying to keep it. Did y'all see that? We couldn't let her get off the scene because her birthday gift was over here.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much, Miss Sherry. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that recipe. Miss Sherry's going to wave goodbye.
Bye-bye now.
And y'all know what to do. If you are trying to find some easy plant-based solutions, y'all know, head on over to superfoodparents.com. That's my website, scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And when you get there, that's where you can always click onto the Amazon link. Like it's right there at the top, right? So when you click on that little Amazon button, it opens up another page. And that way you can find all of the supplements and different things. I've curated all of these different lists. And of course, the cacao powder today is what we have. So Nikki is coming next. Are you ready for us, Nikki? Let me go see if she's ready, y'all. Let's see what's happening over there. I see people are chit-chatting and they're having a good, you're welcome, Cool Weather Farmer. People are having a good time over there. So here we are at Green Drinks Live. And I'm just going to go see is she, oh, you're all set? All right. I was trying to see if she's ready for us, but I don't think she can hear me. Yeah. Y'all, they're calling Nikki over here now. So y'all, Nikki is a cool cat, right? So she's going to come explain to us a little bit about the mural festival that just happened, but get on in here.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So Nikki, is it Nikki, N-I-C-K-I, N-I-C-K-Y? How do you spell your Nikki?
N-I-K-I.
N-I-K-I. And I know another Nikki like that, you know? Okay. So that's why I make sure I always ask. So welcome to Green Drinks Live, where we're broadcasting here on the Superfood Parents channel. This broadcast will be up later so that everybody can enjoy you and the information you're going to share if they didn't catch us live. So when Edwin was introducing you to me, he was like, oh, you got to meet Nikki. She's involved in the Mural Festival. Tell me a little bit about what your expertise is. How are you connected to the Mural Festival? Are you an average citizen? Are you a community organizer? Are you working with the city of Norfolk, or Portsmouth, or who are you? How did this happen?
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of Portsmouth. I dabble in the arts. I've been a 9-year long board member of Support Portsmouth Public Art. Portsmouth Public Art.
Is that how you were connected to the Mural Festival, though, with those connections?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, and so we've been doing murals and sculptures all around the city since Well, SPPA has been doing it since 2014. Like I said, I've been.
So, what would you say your title is then?
Well, I was a planning committee member. There was 4 of us. John Joyce,
because I've been on committee. I've been on planning committees before, but it sounds like you were one of the main people. You were one of the chair people
about
for
25%.
See y'all, 25%. That's huge, right? Right.
Yeah. So along with John Joyce, Matt Diggs, and Linda Jaglowski, we put it together.
Now, when she says we put it together, they put together this mural festival that recently happened.
Right, last Saturday.
And I missed
May
it.
11th. Oh,
Y'all,
so you did.
Yeah, it was a long day with my kids with their orchestra stuff and all city stuff. And yeah, it was interesting. And then the symphony that night. So I missed out on the mural festival. Tell me a little bit about this, because of course, y'all, I told y'all Nikki is a cool cat, right? She's a heavy hitter. Tell me about this mural festival, because David Corey with Crop is here listening. And all of these people are like people that grow, and they're not just growing food in their spaces, but they're also growing different things. Like we were just talking about Auntie Ellen. She's growing legacy where she is. She makes quilts. Yeah, she has a garden. Do you know she's a senior and people have stolen food from her garden? Isn't that a trip? So anyways, they all want to hear
I hope
this
they
stuff.
cook it and don't let those vegetables rot.
I know, right?
At a
At least use it, right?
At a minimum.
Yeah. So like JT Coin Rings, he actually makes rings from coins. He knows the history of them and whatnot. So this particular mural festival, what was the history of it? And like, how did this mural festival come about?
Oh gosh, it's kind of a good question. We've certainly been inspired by mural festivals that Norfolk did, and other cities across the nation. But I think kind of the way it came about is one, our vice president John Joyce owns a warehouse on what's called Wall Street. It's actually an alley right off. It's on the corner of High Street and Hatton in downtown Portsmouth.
Just so that you all know, when she says an alley, we have good alleys in Ports, but this is not like creepy alleys, scary alleys, or anything like that. They've got good alleys. And so I'm just pulling up online so that people can kind of see. You just have to Google Wall Street mural, or you just have to Google Mural Festival Portsmouth, and all the information kind of comes up there. But go ahead, you're and it says here the 400 block of Hatton Street, 757 Street Art Battle. So this is basically what this whole thing was: live mural painting, live music, break dancing. Our area code is 757, so it was the 757 Street Art Battle.
I'm sorry, let me back up. This might be an old. I think this is actually an old flyer.
Okay.
We didn't actually end up having the Street Art Battle.
I was going to ask you that. Like, was it live? Were they doing art live? But okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There were 10 murals being painted live.
Wow.
Finished up that day. We had 2 awards. We had a People's Choice Award, and we had a Jurors Award. And I think that the top prize was $500. But in any case, right now, this alley may not have been a place that many people would have been attracted to. But now that we have 11 murals up, it's going to become a destination. The event was awesome. It was,
this is so good, because I love, y'all remember She Fires. You might not have been here when I said this, but I said we have wonderful alleys here in the Hampton Roads area in Portsmouth. And so they have just upgraded this alley with the mural festival. So it wasn't just like, oh, we got breakdancing, no, we got live art. The whole point was to rejuvenate this alley, because it's a space and place that is well trafficked and well used by like the dump trucks and whatnot. They go down there. Also cars, we go down these alleys. So this is not, like I said, a narrow alley, but on Facebook you can find this mural festival. And I know this was the inaugural, which means this is going to be an annual thing, right?
We're going to come back in 2 years.
Okay,
for sure. We have another big project next year.
But it's coming back. Nice.
Oh yeah. There was a lot of demand for it. We had around 1,800 people come through.
Are you serious?
That day? Yeah, it shocked us. We were expecting,
Wow.
maybe 400.
Right.
We got about 1,800.
You hear that? She fires love street art. She's from Northern Virginia. She's in Florida now, but yeah, she loves street art. And so, y'all, in a couple of years, we'll have to go and broadcast then. Thanks for telling us this. Now, let me ask you this: will you all be adopting different alleys so that you revolutionize different spaces and places in Portsmouth? Is it going to be at the same location? Are you just going to extend it maybe to a different block of that alley? How does this work?
Well,
or y'all don't even know yet?
Yeah,
are we still dreaming?
Definitely always dreaming. We're always putting up new murals. Like I said, for 14 years now, we've been going pretty strong.
Yeah.
Always doing something. We started in downtown Portsmouth, but we tried to move out to the neighborhoods.
Okay.
Show some love to the neighborhoods. We're in Truxton, we're in Craddock, we're in Churchland.
And all of these are different areas of Portsmouth, different neighborhoods of Portsmouth that she's talking about.
Right.
Because, in the cities, we always see the murals on the big buildings. And like you're saying, let's move into the neighborhoods so that we beautify those spaces.
Absolutely.
Now, I have a question about this. Do you have any connections with these murals being granted? Because y'all know, and here in the Hampton Roads area, I noticed that people get thousands of dollars to paint these murals, right? They are commissioned a lot of times. The artists are commissioned, or sometimes it might be a community project, but I've seen a lot of artist commissions. Are you involved in the artist commission aspect, or simply showcasing these things? How does that work?
Support Portsmouth Public Art is responsible for raising the funds.
Got it.
And we paid all of our muralists.
Wow.
We have gotten grants, very helpful grants from the city pretty consistently. We get matching grants.
Nice.
But we do we have to do 50% of the fundraising for these matching grants, and 100% of the fundraising for a lot of our projects.
Well, wait a minute, because we want to hear more about this. Now, I know that you do have there is a Facebook page for support Portsmouth Public Art, right? So I have that pulled up. But you are saying that you all also have to do your own fundraising to match whatever grants are given.
Right.
Is there any place that we can go so that people know how to support these efforts, so that you can continue to put on the mural festival, and so that this can continue to be publicly funded as well as grant funded as well? But
absolutely. SPPA VA as in Virginia. So support, the acronym is for Support Portsmouth Public Art, SPPAVA.org. And there's a donate button right on our homepage. So you're welcome to support us.
Yeah, I see it right here at the top. Donate. Right. Boom. Right. Y'all can't miss it. Y'all see the yellow button. We pulled it up on the screen. So wonderful. This way we can all find exactly what we need, and we can donate to this. And it shows here your recent projects there. It tells us about what SPPA is. And of course, boom, the Wall Street Mural Fest is listed there. So that is the Wall Street Mural Fest one of your fundraising opportunities, or
it was an investment?
Oh, goodness. I know. I was going to say, because festivals are expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can find out about fundraising opportunities here, as well as some of the investments that you all can use support for. And these are all murals I'm showing. Right. Tell me more, because I'm talking. Go ahead. You talk.
Oh, no, you're fine. So what you're seeing right now was part of something called the HUG project. It was the acronym stands for Hope, Understanding, and Giving. I'm trying to remember exactly how many murals we had. Gosh, it was at least 10.
At least 10, because right now I'm looking at quite a few here, and what I'm going to do is just enlarge this, so this way people can really see what we're seeing, right? And they can see these murals. Like, this is the side of a building, and this is on Turnpike Road. This is I know these apartment buildings, and I remember when they were kind of boring and white and brick, and now this is here. Dream, learn, succeed is written on the side of that building with a face. And this is what's also wonderful. We can see the addresses, so we can go see these things. If you all are coming to the Portsmouth area, you can donate to SPPVA, but you can also see their projects as you tour Portsmouth. They can give you a reason to come here. So go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, no, you're good. So yeah, the Hug Project. Okay, Matt Diggs here. This is a mural. So one of our planning committee members, he's incredible. He's kind of a rock star right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was responsible for organizing the b-boy battle
Nice.
at the mural festival. But this is an example of his work.
Mm-hmm.
And this is near, if you're familiar with the Sportsplex off
On High Street.
Portsmouth Boulevard, I believe.
Oh, all the way down. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an example of his work. And it's probably our largest mural.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Because this building is huge. Like you said, it's a sportsplex. So this is on the side of the sportsplex.
Close to the close to the Sportsplex. That's
okay.
my...
But it's still a large building.
Right.
And so I'm just saying that to save the people to figure out the scale, right? This is not a house or a shed. It's a full-fledged, 2-3 story building.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas this building here, it's a school, an academy, a 1-story building, like an early childhood learning center. And so as you see, the mural is different. It's fun, it's whimsical, but the scale is going to be smaller compared to the one created by Matt Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Matt and Crystal Diggs is what it says there. So, wow.
You'll be hearing a lot more about Matt Diggs. Just look him up on Instagram, Urban Diggs. He's our newest SPPA board member.
Beautiful.
We're kind of putting him on a pedestal right now. Sorry, Matt.
He loves it.
If that embarrasses you.
Well, wait, I'm going to embarrass you. Are you Nikki Park?
I am.
This is your artwork right here.
Yes.
So y'all, Nikki is an artist as well. So y'all, she's not just a pretty face. Y'all know I told y'all she was a cool cat, right? And so here, this is on the side of the Army Navy store on High Street in Portsmouth. This Stop the Violence, and look at what's coming out of the chamber. Now, She Fires is here hanging out in the chat, and firearms are her thing. She talks about safety, with firearms and all of those things. So she does her fireside chats. She would love to see those flowers coming out the front of that chamber right there of that firearm. So that's just
I'm gonna look for you, She Fires. I'm gonna look for you on social media.
Yes, wonderful.
Connect for sure.
I know. Is there anything else that you want to add that we might have missed? Like, any other ways that people can tap in, plug in, anything that you want people to know in general about the SPPA?
Like I said, we've been a mainstay in the community for a while. Just watch for, bigger and better things. Where for a while we were focused on murals and sculptures. We're going to be doing more events. Be on the lookout for the Queen Street Festival on Queen Street in Old Town next year around May. And you're all welcome to join we have a membership. I think it's $20 a year, where you get access to our newsletter and discounts to our events, to our fundraising events, and also periodically we do field trips.
Nice. So, and I see here that it is quite affordable. So I'm just going to pull this up, the membership you just mentioned, and I'll scroll down here so that you all can see membership. Boom. Annual membership, y'all, of $20. So that's from January 1st to December 31st, like a full year. Of course, you can do more than $20, but that's an affordable membership, right? And there are so many perks. What were you going to say about that?
Oh, and you can join currently, starting June 1st for a prorated membership of $10.
Oh, wow. So it gets even better.
Yeah.
Nice.
We like discounts.
That's it. And so, of course, if you're here on the SPPA website, it's sppava.org, then you can find out about the Mural Fest that just happened, the Wall Street Mural Fest. But you can also, my page is loading slowly, I apologize. But you can also find out, so I'll pull that down for right now, and I'll just put the link up to where you can find them on Facebook, because Gail at Night has dropped that in there. Thanks so much, Gail. But yeah, y'all, this has been so great. You can find out so much information on how you can not only tap into Portsmouth's public art, but maybe you can learn how to bring this to your city and how to tap in wherever you all might be. Any final words, any lasting anything before we get out of here?
No, but thank you so much for featuring me today.
Absolutely.
And so nice meeting you.
You as well. We've got folks like JT Coin Rings dropping coins, because this means that you're doing a great job. He has given us another super chat. He says, everyone have a wonderful day. He is an artist. I told you he not only drops coins, thank you, JT Coin Rings, but he also creates rings out of coins. He gives us the history of the coins, maybe how much silver the coins, or the different minerals that are in them, and the metals and whatnot. So he's like a professional. He's just amazing. But
I'll look out for you as well on socials.
right. Look out for all the folks. All right, y'all. We are going to say goodbye for today with, wait, Edwin, are you still in here? Okay. We're going to say, wait, she said he just stepped out, right? Okay. So instead of a do y'all want a plant-based treat? What do you think? Should I show another plant-based treat before we go? That's where we give them a food video because, this channel talks about a lot of whole foods, getting fruits and vegetables into every meal. What do you think? You get to vote.
Yes, thumbs up.
All right, thumbs up. So y'all, we're going to finish out today with a plant-based treat. That means that so far we've been talking a lot about ways to use this cacao powder, right, in different treats and whatnot. But I do have these breakfast cookies did I show y'all the breakfast cookies already? I think I did. Yes. I think I did. So I am going to just show y'all a fun one that is pretty delicious. And you can also feed this to your children. It's one of my kids' favorite 24-karat pancakes. Not cacao, but it really does use carrots. See you soon.
24-karat pancakes. Yum! Peel, slice, and chop 3 carrots into 24 chunks.
Carrots are low in calories and sugar and high in fiber. Fiber reduces blood sugar and cholesterol levels. They also have carotenoids, or cancer-fighting antioxidants.
Boil until very soft. Let's start the pancakes.
I'll go ahead and add a banana, about a 1/4 cup of sugar. I've got my vanilla extract.
Mash or stir to blend it up.
Bananas are full of fiber, potassium, folate, and heart-healthy vitamin C, which is an antioxidant. Also full of tryptophan, which may help preserve your memory, boost learning and remembering, and regulate your mood. A tablespoon of baking powder. You're just going to add yogurt. Coconut yogurt is non-dairy, easy to digest, and full of probiotics. It's also low in sugar and full of antioxidants. This has foamed right up very quickly. Almond milk that I'm going to pour about a cup. It's going to be about 10 ounces that I add, and then I'm just going to squeeze some lemon in. Lemons are good for dental health. It helps toothaches and prevents gingivitis. Also, its anti-inflammatory properties help fight respiratory tract infections, sore throat, and inflammation of the tonsils. Getting everything in, we've got our craisins. Craisins lower the risk of urinary tract infection, prevent certain cancers, and they help your immune system. Flour.
Mix the flour and the baking powder into the batter.
Start to add the milk.
Stir in the buttermilk.
Add a little bit of butter.
Cook 2 to 3 minutes on each side. When I first tried these, I didn't even know they were made out of carrots. They were really good. Compared to the sweet potatoes, these were better. They were sweeter.
All right, y'all, we are going to say goodbye because Nikki was over here like, wait, where do I get this cacao powder? Love and Live show. I know you were still live. So thank you all for being here today as we celebrated our Green Drinks event. Y'all know what to do. Head on over to superfoodparents.com. Check out my Amazon shop for all the good things that I have there. And of course, if you're there, if you're not there, just go to energybits.com and put in Super 20 when you check out. That will give you 20% off of those chlorella and spirulina tablets that can replace vegetables. It's great for women's hormones, men's hormones. It's great to rejuvenate you after your workout. And guess what? It clears away those body odors. So you can go sweat in the sun and work out hard at the Mural Fest like Nikki did, and you don't have to worry about your deodorant giving out. Those chlorella and spirulina tablets will keep you smelling sweet. This has been a wonderful Green Drinks episode, and we will see you all next time we go live here on superfoodparents.com. But y'all know how we end this. If the food slaps, then we must clap. So that means that Love and Live show, you're still live here. Gail at Night has given you all the link to Energy Bits. So I'm going to bring up our clap music because we got to clap it out. That's how we end every single show. Everybody has loved this coffee, the cacao in their coffee. They've loved the chocolate milk that I made. So we might as well end it the way we always do with our super clap sign off. Then I can go chit chat with some of the people that are off camera, because y'all didn't meet everybody that was here. So take care, everybody. Good to see you again, and welcome to the weekend. We are almost there. All right. See you soon. Hey. It is good, Love and Live show. That's what we're talking about. Take care, everybody. This DJ is his music, y'all.